enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning.
Hi.
Always starts with a good morning.
Very good, because it's the Big Friday, I like to say. the Big Friday show.
The Big Friday show.
Yeah, there's just something about, knowing that that weekend is here.
What's great about this radio show?
Nothing?
We know we're going to start with good morning, and that's it. We don't know what else is going to happen today.
That's how the show works.
Yesterday we started with a good morning, and it ended with a Hall of Fame wrestler peeing his pants. I mean...
Pete Pence.
We didn't have that penciled in for the show yesterday.
That's what I do. Pete Pence. Oh, God. That kept me up. That kept me up last night. Just thinking of him pissing himself like that. That little spot got bigger and bigger and bigger in his little pants. And this is after he pulled his junk out and shook it around, and it was just all ball bag and a little peanut of a penis on top.
That's after he was bragging about his 10-inch cock.
And I would fuck him in the ass with my 10-inch cock. And, no, not so much.
Not so much.
Maybe he'll make wee-wees on him.
I haven't laughed that hard in so long. It was it was just nonsense the last half hour. And then there was pictures being taken, and one picture wasn't good enough, and then we had to march back in and take more pictures.
Yeah.
You know, I think he knew he was peeing his pants, and he just doesn't give a shit.
You think so?
You think he was just completely clueless to the fact that he was wetting himself?
Been incontinent.
Oh, incontinent. Yes, that's what it's called, being incontinent. Well, I looked at some of the Google alerts.
Wow, a lot of Google alerts.
That came in.
It's about time we're back on the Google alert.
Google.
But it's for a weird one.
A little Googling.
Iron Sheik pees his pants on the Opie and Anthony show.
Iron
Google
Sheik.
alert. Google alert.
World Wrestle Federation PP champion. I'm the greatest PP champion from Terranaran, where we all make PP.
Well, he's been saying my name wrong for years. Now I know why.
Opune.
He says OP.
OP.
And when he's not saying Opion.
OP.
OP.
Yeah, it made the wrestling news and gossip in the UK in the Sun, which is their big,
We're in the UK today?
paper. Yes.
Little UK coverage?
Little UK coverage.
What is the UK coverage saying?
In England, I think they got... Let's see if this has legs as far as trying to blame us for things.
Okay.
I'm finding it. Scanning my on my iPhone, by the way. Yeah, my iPhone goes to England. Here it is. The Iron Sheik 66 on the Opie and Anthony show. We will have a report in the next newsletter. But on the show, it says they fed Sheik several beers and he pissed his pants live on the air. Really sad situation.
Sad for who?
We didn't feed him beers, though. It was his peeps. Dude, his handlers?
I know. They kept handing him beers.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we found a 6-pack of Becks.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
And then his handlers were
love the Becks.
feeding the Sheik.
He's a grown man, He could do what he wants.
You think you could keep up with the Sheik as far as drinking goes?
Oh, without pissing myself either. I'll shit myself, but I won't pee.
I think you did 8 beers in an hour, Ant. For real.
All right. Yeah, that's not bad.
That's pretty impressive.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
And he's 66 years old.
That's an animal.
67, he kept saying.
67, they put him as 66. I don't think a year makes much of a difference when you're pissing yourself.
That's true. He's an animal. But, getting some nice headlines today.
Oh, yeah. It's something. Last time he was on, it was all just wrestling, and he was a little more politically correct as far as talking about some of his adversaries.
Well, he didn't really talk about anything the last time he was on our show. What are you talking about?
I know.
He just kept reciting the same thing about being a champion. Pleasure for me. Madison Square Garden and opening and Anthony and opening.
WrestleMania, I was greatest in the world. And now it's like, fuck him in the ass! With his gravelly fucking voice and his pee-pee pants.
We're getting some highlights from the Iron Sheik's performance.
Highlights? That's the whole friggin' clip. Every second he was in here was a highlight.
I want to hear him talking about pussy again. I want to hear him talking about the Ultimate Warrior. I want to hear him talking about Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
And Brooke Hogan. So the boys are working on some highlights just in case you missed it. Hopefully we replay the entire hour with the Iron Sheik over the weekend because it was just
please.
It was just amazing. And the picture of me, you, and Jimmy with me pointing at the P spot and you're just having a good time. You're trying to actually be in the picture without touching them, but making it look like we're all chums.
Yes,
if
so
that makes sense.
I leaned backwards as far as I could because I didn't want the smell of his urine wafting up on me. So I'm standing there and my feet were pretty much like even with where his feet was.
Yeah.
But my head was about 2 feet back. I was defying gravity with the way I was leaning backwards.
Then Jimmy looks ridiculous with the belt. He's having fun with the belt.
The PP belt.
My head's on the.
I wrote yesterday that I wrote yesterday that it could be the greatest picture ever taken of us three in studio.
Oh yeah.
And so many people got a hold of me yesterday, and they're like, "You got to give us a better, a larger print of that." So they all want to make it their
better resolution.
They want to make it their background on their computers badly.
Yeah.
So how do we get that done?
What'd you take it with?
It was just with the regular digital camera. I didn't take that picture.
That's good enough.
I actually,
it was a good camera though.
I actually got to give E-Rock credit. He was the one who took the 2 pictures that I've been showing off on my Twitter.
Oh, upload that bitch like photo bucket or some shit.
Yeah, let's do that today because I can't believe how many people just writing saying I need a better quality version of that picture.
Full resolution where you can just make it your giant screen on your desktop.
Because there's so much going on in that picture.
Oh, yeah.
There's just it's not just about the P spot.
No. It's us laughing and trying to get away from the P spot, you acknowledging it, me repulsed by it,
and Jimmy just being a little silly goose.
Dude, that is the picture I honestly would like to blow up and have on my wall. That
should be in the
we have
studio,
to have that blown up.
Yeah.
Put it on a disc and give it to Eric, and he'll figure out how to put it up and let people download it at high resolution. That's a great photo.
It's fantastic.
I can't even think of a picture that comes close to that one. And we've had some stars in this studio, but that one, it's already on the glass. Oh no, they put the other one on our glass wall outside our office. The one where he's just sitting there and the
with the pee in the
the pee spot. Because someone's like, "You think he just spilled a beer on himself?" I'm like, "No, Jimmy was basically watching the pee spot grow.
It was growing bigger and bigger, and I didn't even want to believe that he was pissing himself.
So I got 10 photos of his cock. Sorry.
So I didn't want to believe it. So I'm thinking, all right, maybe the beer bottle was condensing in his lap, maybe. And then I had asked to have the lights turned on because you couldn't even see him over there in the corner. And then I thought it was the shadow of the big microphone bulb, the big windscreen that was like right down there. But then I realized, no, it's a little too dark for a shadow.
Look at him sitting here. Look at that.
Needs a little Gaussian blur.
Yeah, I was.
That's the crotch.
Fuck.
Yeah,
that's just
Dude, you
sitting
got
there.
an ultra close up. That's nice.
Yeah,
the camera's nice.
I drove out to Huntington yesterday. I'm by myself driving, just laughing like a complete lunatic every time I thought about
Oh
the
yeah.
Iron Sheik.
Oh yeah.
And then someone pointed out that Tyra's in our picture, and she looks disgusted. And
Yeah, all the background stuff that's going on. There is a lot going on in that picture.
so who we giving this job to? E-Rock?
E-Rock, because he'll put it on. Once you put it on a disc at a high resolution, then you can give it out. Because I want a copy for myself.
Yeah, I want it framed in the studio. I want it on my computers at home. I want to put it on my little wall of fame I got at my house.
And I
want
to
it
say,
everywhere.
I'm wearing my hat in that picture. People don't like we're commenting going, "Oh my God, Anthony, the hair looks terrible. What did you do?" I'm leaning back so far that the brim of my hat is completely level with the top of the hat. So it looks like I have like this bull retard mongoloid fucking Pete Rose hairdo.
People were like, "Wow, his hair plugs are coming in really
plugs.
bad."
Can
They're
somebody
coming in bad.
follicles?
I want to see the pictures. A way to bring it up.
Oh, I know. There's got to be a way to bring it up so we can enjoy it for a moment.
This picture is everywhere today.
Yeah.
I mean, in the wrestling world, this is the big story today.
Yeah, there were a couple.
Our interview with the Iron Sheik and him being his fans.
Yep, there were a couple of Google alerts from wrestling websites and stuff. Just unbelievably sad. They said
it's not sad. The guy is
it's
loving
hysterical.
his life.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't give a shit.
He's a man. It's like we victimize a young boy. He's an adult.
Fantastic. He's got 2 piss spots, by the way.
I know.
One by the tip of his wee-wee and one by his big ball sack.
His ball sack probably soaked in the urine and then made a urine press on his pants.
What a fruit I look like. Jesus.
No. Everyone's face is hysterical. I couldn't be further away or further back from the Sheik. I didn't want to touch him, so I got the one hand up in the yeah, and he was going number 1. And we're like, yes, you are number 1. You are going number 1.
Yes, you are going number 1. Oh my God, I love when he comes on our show.
I could not pull my. Someone said I was floating in the background like David Blaine because I did not want to be next to him and smell that piss wafting up.
Dude, the man pissed his pants.
He pissed his pants.
And didn't give a shit.
He was heavyweight champion of the wrestling world, and he tickled himself.
He was the champion.
Let me say hi to George in PA. The phone's just lit. George.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man.
Hey, I just wanted to tell you guys, I'm a fairly new listener, and I'm hooked on you guys, man. You guys are the best, but I never laughed so hard in my life, especially when you guys keep saying you watch the pea spot grow, man. I lose it, man. You guys are best, man.
It all of a sudden became like you were in the cafeteria in elementary school and someone was pissing themselves. And you're just like, they pissed themselves. It was the same thing.
And that might not have been the highlight of the whole I guess it has to be the highlight of his appearance.
Oh, that was the capper.
But the shit he was
there he is,
the shit he was
his
saying.
cock. Actually, his balls. He just waved his balls around.
He's all balls.
And his dick was along for the ride.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where we could post that one.
Well, by the way, the Iron Sheik was promoting his DVD.
Oh,
and he
that's
said
right.
we promised if he showed his dick, we'd promote his DVD. Well, he did, and we are.
Yeah.
The DVD roast, you can go to...
I forgot where you could go. It's a weird website.
Yeah, what's it called? Find it out. I promised the guy a couple plugs.
We got to give him a solid plug
His
today.
dick got all nervous and threw up, though, from being out.
Yeah, his penis is not used to the exposure.
No,
his penis is very shy.
He got nervous.
His ball bag is pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Dude, he's
got a
all
giant
balls.
bag.
But 2 huge balls. He doesn't even have a old man sack.
Camel balls he has, and a little nub on top, resting on top, allegedly a penis.
My photo is him sitting here. I have a photo with him, and you can see the pea spot is small. It gets bigger. It's great.
Oh, good. You should do a little time-lapse thing, a morph.
Jimmy, he was talking about his 10-inch cock so much. I looked at Jimmy like, you want to see it too.
Dude, I was staring at the groin the whole time.
You want to see it just as bad as I do. And then, man, you want to talk about disappointment. When you talk about a 10-inch cock, you're expecting to see something
You better have
good.
some meat going. It was a little nub of a pinky on top of giant balls. What do you think his handlers were thinking? Because they knew we were laughing.
They love
because
all
he
that
pissed
shit.
himself.
They know exactly what they're doing. They love that shit.
Is it ringroasts.com? Okay, you can get the Iron Sheik's roast. I would suggest grabbing it.
Oh,
yeah,
the
please.
comedians.
Yeah, if you had a good time yesterday listening to the show and you got a few extra bucks laying around, just pick up his DVD.
Yeah, support the guy. He's broke.
He is broke.
And he uses his pants as a toilet. And he's a nice man. I watched a video of him slapping his handler in the face. I'd never seen that.
It's great.
Oh, he's an angry dude,
Yeah,
man.
gave it to him. He gave him one.
Like I said, pleasure for me I come back again to Manhattan from Tehran, Iran, to the Madison Square Garden, New York, #1 radio station in the world, Anthony and Opie, and also Howard Stern.
What?
No, let's try again. Let's try again.
I want to say hello to all my intelligent radio station fans, Opie and Anthony, and I want to say thanks to the Jesus or Muhammad or Allah to have come to the most famous city in the world. Like Frank Sinatra said, the city never sleeps. The city is up all the time. Manhattan,
Never
Madison Square Garden, New York, and especially Opie and Anthony radio station. I love all my wrestling fans, and I love all radio station people listen. Anthony and Opie show, number one in the world, from A to the Z. If you cannot make it New York, you don't make it nowhere. Like Frank Sinatra said, the city never sleep. You cannot make it New York, you don't make it nowhere. God bless Frank Sinatra, my Italian cousin. He used to come watch my match in the garden, and he was the real singer and hot class and part of mafia. God bless you.
And Punk the Mafia.
I got something better,
But
actually.
he fucked up. He said the total opposite.
I know.
You're supposed to say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere because it's the toughest place to make it. He said if you can't make it in New York, you can't make it anywhere. He gave the polar opposite meaning of what that expression means. He completely said the opposite thing.
10-inch my cock.
10-inch my cock, and then he pulled it out, and oh my goodness.
well.
He was off by 10 inches.
Oh, Big Dad.
Oh!
We literally have 40 Iron Sheik drops. We don't know what to do with them yet.
They're great.
Amen. Tell him.
We have 5 Iron Sheik videos on YouTube. Yes. On the
Oh,
Opie
my
and Anthony
God.
account.
The ball shake one, of course, couldn't make it up.
No.
That's got to be
But you own it, right?
Yeah, but I already got an email from his manager requesting that the video of the Iron Sheik shaking his balls around not be posted. Because I talked to him afterwards, and that was officially the first time he's taken it out.
Oh,
Wow.
look at
The
that.
interview. We
You
got
feel
it for the
privileged.
first time.
Well, you know what? If that was posted, everybody that he said he was going to fuck up the ass with his 10-inch dick could come back and just go like, well, no.
Amen. You said it perfect.
It wouldn't even be gay if you took that thing in your ass.
No.
It's not gay if it doesn't break the cheeks.
If it doesn't touch the sides.
Don't be cheap, you son of a bitch.
That's
You got a nice long clip
Of what?
of the Sheik.
Not really. Why? What are you doing?
I just want to hear the Sheik.
Oh, yeah, I do, actually. I see what you're
Play a little Sheik.
Okay, wait, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. I could just play the one we just.
why don't you
Wait,
play
let me
that
see what
one?
I got. Hold on. 30 seconds, good.
Yeah.
And like I say again, I want to say hello to all my intelligent Opie and Anthony show. And I want to say everywhere I go in the America, people tell me, Sheik, you are on the killer comedian, the best. I think it's great feeling for me. To anywhere I go, people talk about it. God bless all my wrestling fans and also Anthony and Opie and Anthony radio station. God bless you guys. I'm not going to talk no more, and have a good day.
We're such idiots. How old are we?
No.
It's amazing how
How old are we?
it's just a man tinkled on himself,
I know.
and it's the highlight of our time here so far.
Oh, yeah.
Why is that?
Because we're idiots.
We're off to a good start in this new building.
We also know how his
really
pants
are.
feel.
Yes,
I'm
true.
working here.
I don't want to see his ass. I don't want to see his fucking cock.
That's great.
That's a good clip.
I like to eat the pussy. Otherwise, I fuck her ass.
I forgot that one.
What a fucking ringer tone that ringtone that is.
Oh, shit.
Exactly.
Oh, you can make some friggin' phone calls with these,
yeah.
huh?
No kidding. Who can we call it?
Great soundboard this would make.
We got to call someone and do this today.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. All right, one more for now. We got
Who is this? The Iron Sheik! Like, you could really cut those up and make great fucking phone calls with them.
41. I'll play one more for now, and then throughout the rest of the morning, we'll do the rest of them.
Fuck her fucking bitch pussy.
Yes, Danny?
Oh, sorry.
We should just go through the phone book and find somebody with the last name of Hogan.
Oh, shit. Hogan, you get fuck in the ass. Fantastic.
That's a great picture.
Anthony's clip was too low in the mix, barely audible.
Oh, well.
What?
Oh, I made some pee-pee.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
I was making pee-pee in a bowl.
I thought it was loud and clear.
Yeah.
I heard it.
A lot of people wanted to... Hold on, let's say hi to Steve in Philly. Steve, how are you, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey.
Hey, we need to take those and turn them into ringtones. Because I need that get into my cock on my phone.
Yeah, we're going to do... we'll get some of those clips up somewhere. We'll let you know. And we're also going to get the pee picture up so everyone could have fun with that as well.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
Oh, no.
God damn it.
Oh, he totally nailed you on that one.
Yes,
Steve in PA. Steve.
Hey, I was listening to the show earlier, one of the recaps from yesterday. The website you're looking for is ringroast.com.
Yeah, did we say that or no?
Yeah, no, I did say
All right,
that.
well,
Danny
it's
found
good.
it.
All right, it's good we say it again, though. Ringroast.com to get the Iron Sheik Roast DVD. We played a few clips from that before he came in here, and it looked like it's a good little thing.
It's a double DVD set, which is always cool, yeah.
We're going to change gears slightly. We got Kent the movie guy on the phone to give us his review of The Wolverine, which is opening today. What? Opening Friday wide?
It's opening Friday wide.
Opens Friday wide? Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
just got back from the midnight screening, and fans were disappointed, to say the least.
Wow. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. What's interesting is I've been reading a lot of critics' takes on the film, and they're all saying it's better than the last X-Men movie, but they're all still giving it 1 or 2 stars.
I like the last X-Men movie. That wasn't that
So if you like
bad.
the last X-Men movie, this one it's not great. It's not like Iron Man good, or it's not The Dark Knight good, but it's a pretty good summer action film. It's a pretty decent way to start off your summer lineup.
1 star in the Post. Or...
Kent, you're confusing the hell out of a lot of people because the New York paper's giving it 1 star. Most of the movie critics across the country trash it.
Yeah, they're giving it bad reviews, but a lot of them are still saying it's better than the last film. But they gave the last film is a fresh tomato on Rotten Tomatoes. It's around 60%. So I think overall, I think we're kind of spoiled as a country when it comes to comic book movies. We expect a lot more, especially after the past few films we got. And like last year was just killer. I mean, The Incredible Hulk was great. Iron Man was great. And The Dark Knight, of course, second highest grossing film of all time. And now you get this Wolverine movie. It's not terrible, but it's totally watchable.
I didn't like in the trailer the fact that his little claws there don't look as good as they did in the other movies.
You know what? That in the trailer, that's from what I saw was a pre-render. Last night it was they look better than they do in the trailer.
Yeah, they don't
They
move
actually
around
went
on
back.
his
They
knuckles.
put a lot of money into it.
Yeah, they-
Was he running around chopping things up and dicing things with his new claws? What was he doing?
Yes, he absolutely was. And I got to say, the last 20 minutes of that film is pretty kick-ass.
Wow,
They
what
put a
musical
lot of
number is he
effort.
singing?
what fruity friggin' Broadway show tune is he?
Is he doing this no business like show business with his fucking claws above his head?
What is that?
A gay porno. I don't know.
Oh, all right.
But I mean, if it's a good matinee film, I wouldn't spend full price by any means.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty good afternoon matinee. I'd say catch it on like a Tuesday or Wednesday in the afternoon. But it's not something you want to rush out to see right away. Next week, though, Star Trek is coming out. I have seen that, and that is a better than sex movie, fantastic film.
Oh, really? Yeah, that looks great.
That movie is amazing. Doesn't matter how into Star Trek you are, that is a perfect science fiction film.
Saw that little
Absolutely action-packed.
that little clip they played on during Lost, which was pretty cool of young Kirk running away from some type of monster, and it looked a lot better than any of the monsters from the original series, I must say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is a fantastic film. So
Very
if
cool.
you only got, if you're on a budget and you're trying to figure out which films to see this summer, I'd say wait for Star Trek. That's the pinnacle of a summer movie. It is great.
That's going to be the movie.
That's going to be the movie.
Yeah,
A lot of
that's
people are
gonna be
gonna
huge.
Shocked by how fantastic it is.
I was looking at all the movies coming out today. They're all clunkers. They're all getting 1-2 stars today.
What else is out today? I didn't hear anything.
Well, I mean, for the chicks, the Matthew McConaughey.
Ghosts of
Oh,
Girlfriends.
I forgot Matthew McConaughey. He fucking is terrible.
How the fuck do you get to continue doing movies in Hollywood if you have a bomb after a bomb after a bomb after a
Those
bomb?
movies do extremely well on DVD. Chicks eat those movies up. That's, girls, let's all get together and rent the new Matthew McConaughey film, and you just don't expect those to do well.
What's the name of his latest unwatchable hunk of shit?
It's Girlfriends of, or something.
Ghosts of Girlfriends Past.
That sounds like it could be great. It means they all died. I could jerk off to that one.
Brian is going to join the conversation here, Kent. Brian in Jersey, what do you got to add to this?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yo, guys, I think a lot of it's bullshit about the X-Men movie. I think it's going to be a great fucking movie. About a month ago, they released a screener's copy, and it somehow got out, and everybody started watching this unedited, effects not even done version of the movie and started passing shitty reviews on it.
Actually reviewing, a screener copy that wasn't done.
Wasn't completely done.
Yeah, CNN actually interviewed me about that. I came into your guys' studio the day after.
Right.
That's when I came and gave you guys those Blu-rays. And that version, it's okay. You know, you're reviewing a screener copy. It's not a final version. There's about 14 minutes in this film that isn't in that version, and it's okay, but it's not great. It's not as good as the other X-Men movies, really, and it's not, as good as like the Spider-Man films or Iron Man or the Dark Knight.
You know what? And I never saw the X-Men movies.
They're pretty good. I like them. I like them a lot. But
it's one of
those. It's one of those deals where, like, you focus on the one, Wolverine or something for the most part. I don't know. They kind of did that in 2 a little bit.
This film, I will say, the story in this movie makes the story in 2 better. But this film, you kind of just want a fan to cut it up and put this film as flashbacks into 2.
Yeah,
it's not really, it doesn't stand on its own.
Yeah, why put him in his own movie? Just make another X-Men movie and kind of, concentrate a little bit on him.
The biggest problem with it is it's a prequel. You know exactly who lives and who dies.
Yeah, that's true.
You introduce a young Cyclops. Well, we know what's going to happen. That's kind of cool.
So is Star Trek, though. Think about that. Spock isn't going to die in that one, or Kirk. No matter what happens, Kirk's running around. There's this giant fucking monster chasing him, and you're like, he's not going to die.
Well, that's the interesting about this new Star Trek, offshoot is they're taking there's time travel involved. And they're going with the Back to the Future and alternate 1985 route.
Oh, good.
So Spock comes back into the past with Romulans, and because of that...
Don't ruin it!
Yeah, really.
I'm not.
Yes,
really
you
not.
are. I didn't know that, so shut up.
What didn't you know?
I told you guys that when I was there.
I don't care. I forgot. Don't tell me anything.
All right.
I'm just saying it allows you to go and say the original continuity is there, but now we have this whole new thing. We can do a whole bunch of new stuff, which is pretty cool.
How about
Where does Biff Tannen come in?
About 35 minutes in.
All right. Ken, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
So I don't know if we're supposed to see Wolverine or not. By
1 star in the Daily News. Not that that means anything, man.
Matinee. I said see it as a matinee.
Matinee.
This is great.
Thank you, Ken.
Who gave Kent the title movie guy? And then someone goes, Kent did.
All right. Hey, someone is suggesting. Where is it?
People are saying?
People are saying. Where the fuck is it? Oh, okay. From somebody's BlackBerry. So I don't know who wrote this, but it says, you guys need to do an Iron Sheik Christian Bale remix. Now, the Christian Bale thing kind of fading out a little bit.
Of course.
But maybe before we say goodbye to that for good, maybe we do an Iron Sheik Christian Bale remix today.
Bring it to life with them yelling at each other.
That could be good, because there's a lot of insults in these drops.
Oh, my God.
So maybe the guys down the hall can maybe throw something
I would make a good argument, those two.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Give it a try.
Give it a try. Oh. Speaking of movies, really quick, we can get this out of the way and then maybe take our first break. No surprise here, but Kelly McGillis from Top Gun.
Might remember her.
She was almost sexy.
Yeah.
She was, like I said, a little too blocky. She had like very broad shoulders, kind of a
They had to gussy her up.
Fishy face. I don't know. Yeah, they really gussied her up. They gave her some 80s hair.
Yep. Well, she has finally admitted that she is now a lesbian.
She likes the muff.
I'm done with the man thing. I did that. I need to move on in life. Yeah, that's another part of being true to yourself. I think it's been a challenge for me personally. Really.
She couldn't look more like a dyke if she tried. By the way,
she butched herself up. If you Google, do a little Google image search on her.
You're not going to
see
believe
what she looks like now. You won't believe it's her.
You won't believe it's the same person.
Yeah,
she has complete gray hair, which whatever. She's older,
but all short,
short and dykey. And this is Kelly McGillis. Well, that's a good picture of
it's
her.
Actually a,
go to. I think was it whatwouldtylerdurdendo.com had the latest one. I forgot where I was yesterday, but that's a gussied up picture. You got to see her just in all natural.
All natural.
She looks like an old
dyke,
old high school gym
she
teacher
is.
now.
Yeah. She looks like an old dyke.
Wow.
Which one's her? Wait a minute.
Whoa, what is that?
It's her being gay in a movie.
Holy shit, which one is she?
She's the one with her head in the lap.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got the nice boobies. Nice
It's
booby
called
implants.
Monkey's Mask.
Oh, it is.
God bless.
Is that because she looks like she's wearing a monkey's mask with a big bush in her face?
God bless Mr.
She's
Skin.
been naked a lot.
Yeah, she is, huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
She had some she had some nice breast implants. You guys see the one that they posted yesterday. Whatever. All right.
This fucking movie poster for this Matthew McConaughey film is making my stomach hurt.
Let me see it, Jimmy. I heard you whispered under your breath.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
What's wrong with it?
It's the typical...
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, give it a little description.
Yeah.
He's standing there. Him and Jennifer Garner are back to back.
Yes, that's used, by the way, in so many movies.
And he has a scarf on, and it's wrapped like over his shoulder, but it goes over her breast, back to back.
Yeah.
And she's tugging on it and just kind of holding it, and they're both kind of looking at the camera, smiling. Fucking assholes.
Ugh.
It's awful.
We watched. Oh Jesus! We watched the trailer. Me and Danny watched the trailer. And I felt gay after I watched it.
Why?
It was so incredibly bad. The trailer was like the typical, when you find love.
With the voice
and the music,
was it climbing up on Salisbury Hill?
Yeah, one of those. It really was. Just
Can we get
awful.
the trailer of this movie?
We'll get it.
All right,
Is
good.
Kelly McGillis really in the armed services?
Well, yeah, we finally found the picture, and it was whatwouldtylerdurdendo.com, wwtdd.com. Way better than Perez Hilton, because he doesn't make it about himself. Go there for your celebrity gossip. Yeah, look at that picture of Kelly McGillis.
What is she doing?
I don't know. She's reporting for lesbian duty.
For duty, yeah.
Looks
Nice.
like John Kerry in that fucking long horse face.
Horrible.
She looks like the general from The Fifth Element.
It's amazing. It's the same broad.
I know.
I know there's an age thing that happened, but you would lose money.
You would have banged her there in the left.
Absolutely.
The picture on the left.
Can't even question.
Picture on the right, there's no question you wouldn't even fucking give her a second look. Stop it.
I want to see if the breast implants held
Oh,
up.
please. Ugh.
Danny, would you?
I think I'd have to see the rest of it.
There is no way.
Serious?
Look at she's friggin'
Man, some of these broads that have the old-looking face, you take the clothes off, and they still have youth on their
yeah, bad.
And look, every internet website loves putting up the worst picture possible.
Right.
So you got to take it with a grain
God
of
bless you, Danny, that you still might be in there.
Oh,
Maybe, right?
she wouldn't.
Like I said, I got to see the rest of what's going on. It's tough to make a call when she's wearing a beret and a fucking an army uniform.
General's uniform or something.
What, I'm the only one that has been surprised after you take the clothes off of Grandma and say, wow, look at the body. Doesn't match the face.
I don't understand what the military picture is that she's in.
Maybe we could try to figure that out.
Like, is it her name on there? Is it she doing a part in a movie? Is she? I have no idea. The medals for eating bush above and beyond the Call of Duty.
I got a question for Jimmy, actually.
Okay.
I love when I get to drive my car because then I get to check out all the channels on Sirius XM.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I landed on the Playboy channel,
Okay.
which I'll be honest, I thought it was a garbage channel when I first heard that Playboy was doing a channel for satellite radio. I'm like, what could they possibly do after they moan?
Right.
But it kept my interest big time. And they were discussing, I think it was Night Calls, and they were discussing a porn star who's making her name in the business because she allows her bush to grow in really hairy, not just a little bit.
Interesting.
Like, this is her whole gimmick in the porn industry, that she allows her bush to be ridiculously hairy.
Does she have herpes, I wonder?
Covering up a world of hurt.
No, I know someone that said that porn girls let their pussy grow in when they have an outbreak. A lot of them let it grow in.
Oh, really?
Well, I think it's what's happening in the porn industry. There's so many hot girls doing porn that to make your name, you got to come up with some kind of gimmick. And her gimmick, I think she's from Mexico, too, which helps the situation. And she's not trimming the sides or anything. She is letting this thing just go.
Letting her freak flag fly.
And I didn't catch the name because I wanted to Google image her today for our show.
You should just Google.
You know?
No, you should Google what you just wrote, Mexican porn star hairy pussy, because it might come up. I don't know.
Right.
But again, it's like she's probably one of those girls that has a naturally hairy bush who, like, under any, like, most girls that grow in, it might just be a regular hairy vagina.
Yeah.
But hers, she probably gets it down the legs.
Oh, there are ones that go around to the asshole.
But they're talking like she's not shy to let it completely grow in, and she's making a name because she's doing this, and
so awful.
And it, it made me go, fuck, I got to see pictures of this girl.
The Playboy, I did an interview with them when I was in L.A., and their morning show was they're actually cool guys, and the show was good that I was on. Another movie, by the way, that's no good, The Limits of Control, another fucking boring Bill Murray heap of shit.
Yeah. Can you read the synopsis of the Bill Murray movie? Because I saw the photo of Bill Murray, and I'm like, he's got a new movie out. Cool. Because I try to search out Bill Murray movies.
It bores me to tears.
I would never.
Never.
Any movie I've seen of his recently stinks. I don't like it.
The Limits of Control. A hitman conducts a methodical business in Spain. If ever a title was on the money, it's this one. It is, of course, part of a tightly constructed meta joke by director Jim Jarmusch, who has been great before and is always capable of highly distinctive deadpan beauty. Yet, where once that quality was a virtue, in this movie it's a vice. A nameless hitman travels through Spain meeting odd characters who sit with him, ask similar questions, and move a bit closer to resolving an inconsequential mystery. Tilda Swinton shows up as a playful lady in white. Gail Garcia Bernal, a hippie cow dude. Paz de la Huerta, a constantly naked temptress. And Bill Murray, a crucial puzzle piece. Limits feel like it's slow motion, fulfilling Jarmusch's test of how immobile a film can get before it stops existing.
Wow.
Another boring clunker by that
Damn
fuck.
it.
Can I be honest?
Sure.
I just started hearing white noise about 20 seconds ago.
That's all I heard, too.
I'm not even joking. I was with you, and then I just watched myself just fade out.
That just sounds awful.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Is there a Michelle Obama comic book? Is that what I'm seeing on CNN?
We'll find out.
Oh, my God. That's got to be looked into. And that picture, by the way, of the... what is that?
That's General Monroe from The Fifth Element.
From The Fifth Element, and Kelly McGillis is hysterical. He also played Kehoe in 48 Hours, by the way. That's the guy. I forgot who it was.
Well, the picture of Kelly McGillis is from the L Word, I guess. I guess she starred in the L Word.
Oh, did she?
What was it, Showtime?
Yeah.
So that's where that picture came from.
And when can we get the when can we get the Ghosts of Girlfriends Past? I want to hear that trailer when we come back.
You've got to hear the trailer.
Horrendous.
You've got to hear the trailer audio. It's
fucking got to be awful.
We absolutely will do that.
It's so unfunny, so uninteresting. Ugh.
It's like a Matthew McConaughey trying to be charming.
He tanks in everything.
We're going to do the Christian Bale, Iron Sheik remix.
Pleasure
for me. We'll do the trailer of that movie. We got to get into the swine flu stuff again today. Joe Biden, what did I tell you about this guy?
He's a retard?
He is a retard.
They trudge him out every few months and he says something stupid.
And then they go, all right, guys.
Back
all right,
back in your office.
Back in the basement.
Shut up. He is really incompetent, that guy.
Boob.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next. It's food time. Opie and Anthony. More montages. Top Gun, yes. One of the greatest montages ever, probably.
That is the gayest movie ever fucking made.
Under the guise of not being gay.
Of being manly.
Right. It was fighter jet pilots.
Why would you play this and not Danger Zone?
On a carrier. On a carrier.
Oh, volleyball scene. Wow.
And all that stuff was supposed to hide the gay undertones.
The complete gayness.
Somebody recut, they took all of the most gay portions of this movie and just put it together into like a 4 minute.
It's the whole movie.
It's everything but the planes.
Everything but the credits and the gaffer's name.
There really is a lot of parts to this movie where you're just
hilarious. What's going on?
Top Gun homosexuality.
Hey,
what is that, Quentin?
Yeah, he starts off the video that I was talking about starts off with him explaining why Top Gun is the gayest movie of all time.
Yeah, I want to
You
hear
ready?
what Quentin says.
Yeah. What's the film about? What's it really about? What genre does it take?
What like the spine?
The spine.
Like one sentence? Like
No, I don't fucking Boy Meets Girl. I don't give a shit about that. Fuck Boy Meets Girl. Fuck motorcycle movie. No, what is really being said? What's really being said? That's what you were talking about. Because the whole idea, man, is subversion. You want subversion on a massive level. You know what one of the greatest fucking scripts ever written in the history of Hollywood is?
What?
Top Gun.
Oh, come on.
Top Gun is fucking great. What is Top Gun? You think it's a story about a bunch of fighter pilots?
Yeah, it's about a bunch of guys waving their dicks around.
It is a story about a man's struggle with his own homosexuality. That's it. That is what Top Gun is about, man. You've got Maverick, all right? He's on the edge, man. He's right on the fucking line, all right? And you've got Iceman and all his crew.
Right.
They're gay. They represent the gay man, all right? And they're saying, go the gay way, go the gay way. You can go both ways.
What about Kelly McGillis, right?
Kelly McGillis, she's heterosexuality. She's saying, no. Go the normal way. Play by the rules, go the normal way. And they're saying, no, go the gay way. Be the gay way. Go for the gay way. All right, that is what's going on throughout that whole movie. He goes to her house, right? All right, it looks like they're going to have sex. You know, they're just kind of sitting back. He's taking a shower and everything. They don't have sex. He gets on the motorcycle, drives away. She's like, what the fuck is going on here? Next scene you see her, she's in the elevator. She is dressed like a guy. She's got the cap on. She's got the aviator glasses. She's wearing the same jacket that the Iceman wears. She goes, okay, this is how I gotta get this guy. This guy's going like the gay way. I gotta bring him back. I gotta bring him back from the gay way. So I'm gonna do that through subterfuge. I'm gonna dress like a man. All right? That is how she approaches it.
Right.
Okay. All right, but the real ending of the movie is when they fight the Migs at the end. All right, because he has passed over into the gay way. They are this gay fighting fucking force, all right? And they're beating the Russians. The gays are beating the Russians, all right? And it's over, and they fucking land, and Iceman has been trying to get Maverick the entire time. Finally, he's got him, all right? And what is the last fucking line that they have together? They're all hugging and kissing and happy with each other. And Ice comes up to Maverick, and he says, man, you can ride my tail anytime. And what does Maverick say? Maverick, you can ride my sword fight. Sword fight. Fucking it, man.
Fucking love Quentin.
Brilliant.
Quentin Tarantino, man.
The gay way.
Opie and Anthony Friday. Where's our Friday guy?
I want to plug my Letterman's on tonight, too.
No, you can't do
It's
that.
on
David
at,
Letterman.
myself and Kiefer Sutherland, yes.
Oh, Jimmy, I was there. It already happened.
No, we did it Monday.
No,
and
but
it's
I
on
saw
tonight.
you on stage. I saw Letterman walk over, shake your hand, said you did a great job. It's over, Jimmy. I saw it.
You actually saw it on the TV, too.
I
There's a
saw it
monitor
on
in
the TV,
in
so how could it possibly be on tonight?
You were in the future.
Oh.
That really is like going to the future.
I like being in the future.
The future. I'm looking at, we've just been perusing celebrities, scantily clad. I'm looking at Dakota Fanning. Not too bad.
How old is she now?
14.
Come on.
No, cute. I say there's potential there.
She's not going to be a good-looking...
What?
Nah.
You're out of your mind. Look. You add a year onto that.
No, I'm not even going... I'm just saying.
No, I think...
she's going to be ugly.
Are you kidding?
She's going to be ugly. She's got youth on her side.
No way. I say...
she's got that preteen cuteness, or what are they called? Tweens? What the fuck is...
Tweens. Oh, wait, here.
What's a tween, by the way?
Standing over here. Look at this.
Kind of like your
You
taint.
tell me she's not going to be hot?
Let me see.
Yeah.
That's got hot written all... Dude, you're talking to a fucking expert.
I don't know.
You're talking to an expert in this field. I am the Dr. Michio Kaku of underage girls.
All right, why don't you keep it to yourself? Jesus.
I don't have any fucking pornography. I'm just saying. I know when I look at a girl if they're going to end up hot or not.
Things are going well lately. Why don't you keep that to yourself?
I defy anybody to check my hard drive. Go ahead. It's nothing but stuff Gary Glitter would enjoy.
I did not make that. Is not Jim Norton saying that. Jim Norton does not want his hard drive looked at.
Oh, okay.
You know, let's go to Ali Lohan. Yes.
Yes, 15. She's got some bikini pictures up.
Yes.
On what would Tyler Durden do?
WWTDD.com, a great site for celebrity gossip. And let me tell you something with this.
Dumpy looking.
He made a very good point.
Dumpy looking. Look at her dumper right there.
Her face is like homely.
Oh, fuck the face.
She sucks, and the freckles get in the way. I was telling Anthony, freckles could get in the way.
She doesn't have as many as a Lindsay.
But it's Lindsay's younger sister, and the mom is pimping out these daughters. And what does Tyler Durden say about this? He had a very good quote about what the mom's doing to this 15-year-old. She's 15 and dressing her up like
little whore bag,
like a little whore bag.
She's in a bikini there, and the Lindsay, the low-end girls are a little lanky. They kind of look like Close Encounter aliens.
They all have very nice cans, though.
Yes,
nice
yes,
cans.
yeah,
nice
yeah,
cans.
yay.
Danny, just go back to that. He had a nice quote about. Could you read that for us? I can't read it from here.
It says, these pictures of Ali Lohan must have been processed with magic because for the first time ever, she looks sort of effable. I know she's 15 and you're not supposed to have sex with 15-year-olds, but it was her mom's idea to whore her up like she was 35, not mine.
There you go.
Well, she's got ample breasts. She's got she's laying on her stomach on a surfboard, a nice shitter.
Showing off the ass. That's the only reason she's laying down on a surfboard.
And then walking in the surf. Kind of with her head turned, nice stride going there. Looking good. Looking completely fuckable.
That big stupid face of hers. If I was a teenager, I wouldn't even like her.
No.
She's like a dumb Pittsburgh girl face. Just a big, stupid, mopey teeth sticking out.
Does Pittsburgh have big-faced girls?
Just to get a lot of Pittsburgh girls that like that whole like. You know, when someone's just sitting there gazing off and their teeth are out of their mouth on their lip, like.
Ali Lohan, Lindsay Lohan's.
She is stupd looking.
Sister. That's what people are kind of asking. Who are you talking about?
You can see it on WW. It's WWTSD.
Oh, okay. See, look at that.
Oh.
No.
WT.
WW.
Oh, I know what it is.
Wait.
What do I win when I get it? I know exactly what it is.
What? This is a celebrity gossip site.
What would Ted Checkler
be? You should start that site.
Yeah, so we were perusing during the commercials. Mel Gibson's chick. What are they speculating? Perhaps pregnant.
No.
Wow. If he wrecks that body that quickly.
What a dope.
Why would he do that?
Is fucking,
He's
because
got
he's
8
one
kids.
of these. Because I'll tell you why. He is Catholic, like a ridiculous Catholic, and he probably doesn't wear a bag.
No bag.
And he doesn't pull out, and he doesn't do anything. He probably pumps fucking creamy loads into everything he sleeps with. He's been with that wife of his forever. He probably sticks the head in and comes when he's looking at what he's fucking.
He pumps his jizz like he works for Krispy Kreme. Shit. Fuck.
Be more funny.
I couldn't wait to get that
Punch up a picture of that girl.
Fuck.
Krispy Kreme. I hear she's pretty good.
Krispy Kreme. Fuck me.
Nothing wrong with a Krispy Kreme donut.
Damn it.
Sorry. Do you like Crispy Brinkley? That's right after a fire.
Oh, and you heard the excitement, too. I couldn't wait.
Yeah.
Iron Sheik interview. We got a few highlights.
Iron Sheik.
We got the Ghost of Girlfriend's Past
We have
trailer.
to hear that.
The trailer.
And we got Joe Biden and the swine flu.
Joe Biden, widespread panic, just going
God,
Danny,
Danny, don't do that
saying
to us.
something stupid.
Good
Oh my
God,
God,
don't do that to us.
That is what
Oh my God,
Mel Gibson
don't do that to us.
is fucking. We did this. People are going, is this a best of? No, we're just looking at her again.
Is there anything better when a girl makes a U with her body?
Yeah, she's on her elbows and her knees, and her the arch in her back is exquisite.
God.
Her tits are kind of like hanging perfectly down behind her arms a little, and that ass is perched up just saying, put it right in there.
And that's,
put it in!
And that's why I do yoga every once in a while. If you need to ask, look at this picture.
I have no idea where the similarity comes in with you doing yoga and me looking at her picture.
Well,
I want to see a photo of you like that.
If you've ever been in a yoga class, you'll see a lot of twisting and turning. And girls not being
Yeah.
shy about putting their bodies into some fun positions.
Who's that?
For you to look at. What's that?
That's supposed to be her. From what Travis is saying is that the bikini girl that they were reporting, this
not
one
her?
is not her.
Are you shitting me?
Who's that bitch?
But this is the one that
Who's Mel
every
Gibson
tabloid
fucking?
was reporting was the one that he was banging.
You know, her panties are tied up her ass there. You think she's getting a shit stain on her?
I hope so.
On her nice panties?
Wouldn't you take that and just...
Yes. People would think it was a SARS mask the way I walked around with it.
Everyone's saying wrong girl. All right, whatever. So Biden, Iron Sheik, Ghost of Girlfriend's Past. Where you want to go, Ant?
I would go Ghost of Girlfriend's Past.
Oh,
Why?
We have to hear
that was
this.
my third.
Third?
That was my third favorite.
It's a horrible movie.
No, that's fine.
Yeah?
Matthew McConaughey's latest movie.
I just figure we already hit on the Iron Sheik a little bit.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And then what was the
Biden's
other
a
choice?
bore.
Biden is probably a quickie. Biden's an asshole.
Oh, it'll be part of our
But-
whole swine flu update.
Yes,
that we're gonna
that's
do.
true.
You know, last we left you, the world was infected and millions were going to die. So we'll see where we're at today.
Yeah.
Here's Ghost of Girlfriend's Past, the Matthew McConaughey movie that comes out today. Another bomb for Mr. McConaughey.
McConaughey.
Good morning, Connor. Versace is on one.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. You're ravishing. Kiki, Nadia, Charlize, it's not going to work out for us.
Tell me you're not breaking up with me on a conference call.
Don't listen to these ladies. They are crazy.
Connor, we can still hear you.
He's a maniac.
What are they trying to...
He actually went, because he's such a fucking ladies' man,
Right.
is what it is. And he actually, get this, he called up a bunch of his girls that he's been fucking on a conference call.
Oh,
and
shit.
broke up with them all at the same time.
Oh, no, he
on
didn't.
a conference call.
Oh, shit.
That's crazy. Ugh. This guy is in the shittiest movies ever made.
He is fucking unwatchably bad.
What was that one that I got stuck watching with the
gold
traffic
one?
girl?
Not
there?
Fool's
Gold Rush?
Gold.
Fool's
Gold, whatever.
Gold. Fool's Gold. Fool's Gold.
Was she laughing?
On demand. I think she fell asleep.
Oh,
I was
she
stuck
wasn't
watching
enjoying
it.
He was good in, what's the movie with Jodie Foster he did? Contact. He was good in that.
He was in Contact?
Yes, he was the
Yeah, the
religious guy.
religious-
and kind of a love
How old
interest.
is that
Boyfriendish
movie now?
guy.
A few years, 6, 7 years, 8 years.
What,
9 years,
Contact?
10
You got
years?
more? Contact came out in
12
like
years?
96, I'll say.
There's no reason to humiliate me.
Holy.
That's no reason.
I had no idea he was in that movie until right
There's
now.
no reason to talk to me with such complete disdain for my drop by 5 years.
Hey, shithead.
What is it, 8 years? No piece of shit. No valueless 5'6".
97.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
He was good in We Are Marshall or whatever that movie was. If you gave a shit about
Yeah.
that dumb
who
college
cares?
football team that all died in a plane crash.
No, I didn't at all.
cared?
You
I
realize
envied
that
them.
the story was like pretty much a whatever story in the
What
end.
about We Are Marshall's pilot? About him. No movie for him.
No movie for him.
I envied the
No
teams.
joke
They-
for me.
they didn't have to- Well, if I didn't keep stepping on everybody with my weak attempt at humor, we get it, Jim. They didn't have to see the movie. Lucky them. Who cares? My dumb joke.
Has he ever been in a good movie?
Just Contact. I'm sure. What else did he do?
What about A Time to Kill?
A Time to Kill, I thought was very overrated.
Really?
Yes, extremely.
Which was
the
that
book
one?
was good.
Where he was a
Sam
lawyer?
Jackson.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock and Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah, I thought that was
Who
kinda
wrote that book?
It
did that on purpose.
actually became. It was John Grisham's first novel, and
Yeah.
after the worst music ever in a movie, the Tom Cruise one. What was the one where he played the big one? The big John Grisham movie.
Firm?
The Firm.
Oh yeah.
Then people went back and bought A Time to Kill, and that became a.
Yeah.
I thought the movie was fucking awful, though.
I was sucked into the John Grisham novels.
A young lawyer must.
Yeah.
And then fill in the blank.
I was sucked in, and then by the third book, I'm like, I've read this book twice already, for real. Just a
It's
slight
horrible.
twist and stuff.
I want to read the one about a young lawyer must suck his own cock as he's in a tire that Winnie Mandela set on fire. He's being rolled down a hill.
Those tires with the gasoline in it. Yeah.
Must blow his own load to put the fire out. I saw a fucking video from Venezuela on one of those websites. It's a fucking mob slowly burning a naked man to death.
That's fantastic.
I
What
read
site
that he
do
was
you
a,
go on?
I read that he was a pedophile. I don't know if that's true or not, But for this, you don't feel bad for the guy if he did that, but you empathize as a person how awful it must be.
As a human being.
Dude, he's on the fucking sidewalk, just like writhing, and then they keep kind of putting him out. He'll go out.
Oh, they were putting him out a little and then burning him
or letting him burn out, and they would do something to make him go on fire again, and they'd run by, kick him.
Imagine.
Jesus.
Dude, it was fucking...
How do you sleep at night after
Yeah,
watching
you
this
watch
shit?
some real twisted shit.
Hey, I don't fuck little girls, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm not a pedophile.
No, but...
They'll protest it too much. Get the matches.
Even though the guy deserves it, that's just horrific to watch.
Dude, it's awful.
I've said that's where my line is. I can't see that shit.
I watched that and 2 videos of people who had been dissected, like run over by trucks.
Why would
and
you
they're
watch
still alive.
this?
Oh,
and they're
God.
still alive, and the fucking truck tire's still on them.
I've seen the like still pics of that.
You never seen the video?
No.
Of a guy blinking his eyes and trying to get up.
Oh, stop it! I'd never watched that.
It's a guy like kind of laying there, just looking around.
Going, oh, I'm in Dutch.
And there's a fucking, like, there's always a giant truck tire on him.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Wow,
Do you
that's
watch this
bad.
just before you go to sleep?
No, but I have. The other night I did. I woke up early. My girlfriend can't watch it. No girl I've ever dated can watch it.
No.
Most guys can't watch that, for real.
It's horrific.
There's a small percentage of you guys out
It's
there that
really
can watch
bad.
that crap.
It's upsetting.
Where did you? Was that titled "Where Did Your Vagina Go"?
Just spit everywhere.
Oh my God!
All right.
Oh, fuck! Her guts are all over the place. Wow, that is really.
Is she alive?
She's still alive a little bit.
Wait a minute. I don't know if she's alive. I think I grabbed her tits.
Her legs are off her
my
bones.
God.
Yeah, that's obviously.
What a
The guy's
tiger
grabbing
attack?
her tits?
Is he filling her up or
not
trying to
what it
make?
looks like.
He might be, administering some kind of CPR. Who knows?
He's just trying to get he's just
Nah,
trying
he
to get a
couldn't
good
be.
picture for his Facebook page.
Hopping a feel.
Can we go back to the ghosts of girlfriends past,
Yeah.
please?
Well, this is
That is a fucking mess. I can't even look at that anymore.
Wow,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
she was
throw
obviously in
up.
some sort of an accident. It's not
Ow.
good. She's not doing well.
People come apart.
So, Ann, what have we learned about Matthew McConaughey? He's a
Oh, he's a wild, womanizing kind of guy. He's a photographer, of course.
He's a chick magnet.
Yeah, chick magnet. The chicks are all after him, but he'll learn his lesson, I bet, in this movie.
You think he's going to learn his lesson?
I think he's going to learn his lesson.
You think there's going to be a turn?
I think there'll be a turnaround where he finally realizes, hey, you know something? This isn't what life is all about. But I'm speculating.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got to learn some way, though.
Well, I don't want to see this. What are we looking at now?
I want to see listen to the trailer.
Oh, okay, good.
They are crazy.
Connor, we can still hear you when you cover the camera, you know.
I didn't think you were going to make the rehearsal. Yeah.
Connor Mead.
Jenny Parati.
The
If you do anything
music.
to detract from her wedding, I will sneak into your room in the middle of the night and cut off your favorite appendage.
Now, the first part sounds nice.
Wait, can you? The first part sounds nice. That
nice.
fucking awful, fucking flirty voice.
First part.
And it has it has one of the worst things that I know Jimmy hates in movie trailers when the music's going and then the music stops. Try to put in the funny line, and then continue the music.
Hey, I don't like that. Joke.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh, ugh.
Now, the first part sounds nice. This is going to be tougher than I thought.
Is that promoting this movie?
Tonight, you're going to be visited by 3 ghosts. Look away. You're dead. Whatever happens to your night is for your own good. Now we're talking.
Hi, Connor!
Who are you?
See, now.
What happens?
Now he's going to be visited by the ghosts of girlfriends past.
This is Scrooge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. This is Scrooge with chicks.
An updated version of Scrooge.
It's a chick movie Scrooge.
But you don't get to see breast because it's a chick flick.
Well, of course.
Well, it's like kind of like the night of Christmas, where it's Matthew McAllister has a bunch of girls come back and sees him.
Matthew McAllister.
I like Matthew McAllister. He's very good. I like the funny part about the appending and he likes the first part. That made me laugh a lot.
And Michael Douglas just looking like his father.
Oh, yeah.
He looks just like Kirk Douglas.
He gave up on
hair dye.
The hair dye,
On
right?
the Grecian formula.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't behave like Eric did.
Hi, Connor!
Who are you?
Oh, I'm like the ghost of girlfriend's past. I tickle a little bit. I'm
I'm gonna take you back through all your past girlfriends.
We dated for 2 days.
For an hour. For 48 seconds. Oh my God, it's Jenny. Hey.
Watch this move. Watch this move. We'll go out. We'll have a little dinner. What do you say?
We gotta button you up. You look like a gay pirate. This is the moment you truly fell in love with Jenny.
You're a butt pilot.
You completely let her in. So you did what you do best. You left.
From New Line Cinema.
I'm sorry.
This guy's voice.
You're actually apologizing, aren't you?
What if you could relive your past?
I'm gonna keep it forever.
I don't think I said that.
I'm gonna keep it forever.
Okay, I get it.
What if you could listen in on the present?
Did I see him again and I am just right back to where I was before?
What if you could change the future?
You can, asshole. It's called living. You do change the future. Fuck you.
This is. What if you could? That's fucking voice he's got.
Terrible.
That horrible. What if? What if you didn't have to see this movie?
The broads are gonna love this.
They're gonna be all over it.
It's just this fucking big foreheaded asshole walking through with his stupid fucking Jimmy Dean hairdo, looking at a bunch of pretty girls he banged. And this self-congratulating fucking stupid movie.
Look at me.
Who wants to see this shit? That
Awful.
fucking haircut is enraging.
Awful.
Future.
Pictures of you.
No. You're supposed to be with me.
She was always supposed to be with me. What we used to be. No!
Matthew McConaughey, Jennifer Garner, and Michael Douglas.
I can't believe it. You kept it.
Ghosts of Girlfriends Past.
Does that just sound awful?
Fucking horrendous. I guess because girls love a scamp. They love a rascally scamp. I'm a piece of shit because I paid for it, but he fucks all these broads and he's a rascally scamp.
Oh, look at him go.
That's me you're looking at. If I was fucking, if I didn't have to pay for it, I've run through more broads than that. I just fucking boot them after. So you think that's charming that I do that?
Ghosts of Prostitutes Past, starring Jim Norton.
They played with his nipples, and then they left.
You fucked me with the wet noodle dick. down.
He just put the head in and moved his hips back and forth while I teased his nipples and pretended I was anywhere else.
Suck my cock.
Yeah.
Down.
Yeah, and it's not me saying it, it's the tranny. And I have a wacky look on my face.
What if you didn't get syphilis? Horrid.
Do we go?
Fucking awful.
Can we find the Family Guy clip? Dominic on Long Island. Dominic.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hey. Good evening.
On Family Guy, they have an episode where Stewie went after Matthew McConaughey. They was sitting at a diner, and Stewie was like, "You suck. You suck."
Yeah, maybe we could.
It might be worth the watch if you guys are interested.
Yeah, we'll take a look and see if it's worth throwing on the show today.
Worth the beak.
Thank you, Dominic.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
All right.
Apparently, Emma Stone is one of the girlfriends, and she was in an episode of Lucky Louie. I remember her. She was actually sexy. She was she played like this snotty daughter of Mike and Tina.
Yeah, Shannon.
Oh, right.
Yeah. She was a sexy girl.
Yeah. I do remember that episode. Yeah.
All right. Joe Biden. Let's do our swine flu thing.
A little swine flu. Everyone okay? Anyone got the sniffles?
Jimmy has
I'm
a weird.
sick. I've been sick all week.
Jimmy's got a weird throat
You
thing.
don't have a
happening.
fever, though.
No, no fever. I just got a sore throat. I was coughing, and I'm very congested. It's a cold. It's nothing big. I don't
Oh, my
care.
God. Get to the hospital.
I don't fucking. I'm never sick. So when I am, I fucking just take it like a man. Fucking.
You know that half the
Up the ass.
cases are in New York
Yeah.
City? Half the cases of the swine
I
flu?
wouldn't care if I did have it.
What are we up to, 100 for the...
Because of our diverse fucking city that we have. We're so diverse.
Well, you got people flying everywhere.
There's 8 million of us.
To the city, right, you know. So where are we at, Ant? I didn't watch the news last night. I was too busy doing this and that.
A few of these schools that have been, that's pretty much been the big thing for New York, have been the schools.
Closing the schools.
That's where they've gotten, that's where a lot of these cases have come up. Because, they're in close contact. They went to Mexico. There's always this Mexico tie-in. And they said that the people that were ill at the schools have, without hospitalization, without medicine, except over the counter, make me feel better shit, are getting better. And there you go. It's running its course is what this is. It's not this fucking killer plague that's going around.
And these cocksuckers, because I'm looking at 8 TVs in here today.
Yeah.
Yesterday, every single TV we had on 8 different channels were all about the swine flu, the graphics, this live reports from here, shots of Mexico. And I swear to you, the coverage today is almost non-existent.
Barely there because it's starting to die down.
Already?
Already. But
Tuesday, Wednesday, they had it as a pandemic, and it was going to affect the whole world, and this was going to be a big problem. What do they say about human?
Definitely having deaths. This is a human.
What was the
threat to humanity?
Threat to humanity, right?
Threat to humanity.
Well, do you know, I heard a guy define pandemic, which what technically a pandemic really means. And it's when one person passes to another person in Mexico and then in the U.S., then and if that happens one more time in Europe, that's technically a pandemic.
Even though 3 people
can be
sick. Or 6 people. Yeah, it's that fucking minor.
They might have to redefine the word.
Yeah, maybe. Because
pandemic to me is like, holy crap.
People freak
I am
out.
legend type shit.
Yeah. People freak out. And then yesterday, the big story also was somebody that went to Mexico with the Obama delegation when he was down there came down with it.
Mm-hmm.
And this was back in the middle of April. Came down with it. Did not fly with the president. Never got within 8 feet of the president. It was a big story. Was the president close to this man? But this guy went home, spread it to his wife, his kids, people at work, who then they said, who all, again, without hospitalization, got better.
Mm-hmm.
It's a flu. It's the flu.
Could we get Dr. Steve on the phone today?
I'd love to.
Dr. Steve?
He'll set everyone straight with this swine flu thing.
Dr. Steve gave me a great birthday present.
Ooh, what was it?
Triumph of Will.
What is that?
It's the big Nazi propaganda movie that was made back in the 30s.
Is it cool to watch?
Oh, yeah. It's history.
Yeah.
Shows Nuremberg, all those fun parties they used to have, I guess. A lot of people.
Can we get that queer on the phone?
Yeah, let's get Dr. Steve on the phone. Joe Biden, though.
Yeah, this guy hasn't shown up. I mean, the economy being the way it's been, sometimes Obama putting his fucking foot in his mouth, all these stories coming up with Guantanamo and all that, and torture, nothing. No Joe Biden. And now he finally pokes his periscope up for a second, and he fucking says something stupid.
You and I were discussing this before the show.
Triumph das Willens!
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, of course.
You and I were discussing this before the show, and we haven't seen Biden since Obama had to do, and we don't remember exactly why, but there was some kind of press conference, and Biden was just yapping, and Obama had to step in and go, no, all right, Joe, all right, now, Joe, okay.
Now, Joe, I think it was something about, hey, by the way, Hillary wasn't the first choice for Secretary of State.
Or something.
Oh, Joe.
All right, shut up.
The fuck up.
And they hit him. And we've said on this program that Joe Biden eventually is going to be a major problem, and you're going to see them switch out vice presidents.
He's a huge liability.
If Obama, who knows if he gets reelected, no way does Biden do a second term with Obama. There's no fucking way.
He's just honest, I think, O'Biden. Like, he just says what's on his mind.
O'Biden?
Yes, O'Biden. He's the Irish counterpart. He comes in.
O'Biden.
Yes.
I like his honesty, absolutely, but in Washington, they don't like that type of shit, no matter who's in there.
You know what it is? It gives the Republicans and conservatives easy pickings when he pops up and says something stupid.
Well, this is what he said. I think we have the news story or exactly what he said here.
Let me ask you this, and this is by no means a gotcha type of question, I promise. But if a member of your family came to you, no, Mr. Vice President, if a member of your family came to you and said, look, I want to go on a commercial airliner to Mexico and back within the next week, would you think it's a good idea?
I would tell members of my family, and I have, I wouldn't go anywhere in confined places now. It's not that it's going to Mexico. It's you're in a confined aircraft. When one person sneezes, it goes all the way through the aircraft. That's me. I would not be at this point, if they had another way of transportation, suggesting they ride the subway. So from my perspective, what it relates to is mitigation. If you're out in the middle of a field and someone sneezes, that's one thing. If you're in a closed aircraft, a closed container, a closed car, a closed classroom, it's a different thing.
What did he say wrong?
He said he's pretty much the vice president of the United States, and he's really ruining the airline industry by saying don't travel.
And mass transit in general at a time when the economy really can't take another
He's
hit.
panicking. Millions of people fly on a daily basis, and like 100 and some odd people, have this.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
So it's like
The numbers
it's
don't add up.
overkill. The guy is a leader. He's supposed to be a leader that you listen to, you say, you take advice from in these situations, and he's fucking Pete Panic.
Yep.
I mean, relax.
Just kind of describing how not to get sick with the flu. If you can avoid being in confined spaces,
Yeah, well, stay at home. Don't go out. That's what I would do. Spray Lysol, snort Lysol.
Mm-hmm.
The news on it is just really kind of Biden finds. I'm telling you what he meant. Oh, is that what they do? Boy, I'll tell you one thing that the Obama administration does better than any other administration. George Bush, everything. They do better than anyone. Telling us what people meant after they say something really fucking stupid. Because his administration is they're saying a lot of stupid shit. Yeah. That Homeland Security bitch they got in there is a dummy. She's a dummy with zero qualifications to be the head of Homeland Security. She's uttering these moronic fucking phrases on a daily basis. And then there's got to be other people going, no, what she meant was this.
Well, the media's not attacking the same way they did.
Hell no.
With conservatives any more than they're fucking mentioning the racial bias case of Governor Patterson.
Oh, my God.
Firing the white photographer to hire the black one and then settling out of court for $300,000.
Yeah.
Once again, the fucking pathetic biased media isn't talking about that
What does
the
he
same
care
way.
what a picture looks like anyway?
Exactly.
The guy can't even see him.
The guy could have just been standing there going with his mouth.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Oh, the white guy could have taken great pictures. What did he think? There was going to be some, the white photographer wasn't going to show him in a good light? So get a black guy and he could fucking be chummy with him?
Ugh. No.
Stop it.
Disgusting.
Well, thank God he only had to pay out that much money and not be chastised in front of the entire nation as a racist.
$300,000. Is that taxpayer money?
Of course it is.
Why the fuck should we have to pay for the governor's making what is a racist decision? Why the fuck should that come out of his pocket?
Yeah, it should.
God, is that annoying?
So a lot of pencils to make that kind of money.
That's funny. Stand there with a cup shit dick, fucking waving. But get mad at fucking Fred Armisen for doing a blind thing about you.
Yeah.
Comment on that. Let's hear you talk about your fucking. Let's hear you talk about your settlement out of court. Talk about that the way you talked about SNL making fun of blind people.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
We're going to go back to the Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik.
Time for a few highlights from yesterday's appearance. You want the Hulk Hogan stuff?
Oh, that was
This is the
classic.
The wrestling site's picking up on all the stuff he said about Hulk Hogan on our show yesterday. Here we go. The Iron Sheik.
And Kennedy McMahon said, Sheik, put him over. I know he's not your class. He's a bodybuilder. The guy used the Jews, testosterone.
The Jews?
He's not my class. And then I lost my belt for $1 million to that Hollywood blonde jabroni faggot, Hulk Hogan.
Oh, boy. You don't like Hulk Hogan there, Iron?
All right.
How can I love the man? He put the baby oil top of her daughter, boss.
Oh, right.
Or he have a sex with his daughter, girlfriend. What kind of fucking man he is? So I love this son of a bitch. Hulk Hogan, go fuck yourself. You can't even suck my 10-inch cock.
Well, 10-inch cock thing again. And then he continued.
So how about his wife? His wife is...
his wife, she's a gold digger. But before that, she was good lady, very nice lady. No.
Now she fucks the pool boy.
Oh, man.
But wait, let's get back to you.
Wait, she's a fucking gold digger. I wish I could fuck that bitch because she needed 10, 11 cock to fuck her fucking bitch pussy.
Oh, and he wasn't done.
That pencil gigging leak, pencil dick neck, if it was not from Hulk Hogan, if it was not from our Sheik, still you be in the gay bar bouncer.
He's kind of Hollywood and soft. Don't you think, Hogan? He's not like a real wrestler. He's a Hollywood kind of soft guy.
He's a fucking shithead. He's a drug addict. He put a testosterone deco in his butt. That body's artificial. I'm 67 years old.
What?
I can kick his butt right now, even I'm handicapped.
We got Dr. Steve on the line here. We're talking about the swine flu. Dr. Steve, how are you, sir?
Hey, guys.
Hi, Steve.
Follow the Iron Sheik.
Yes. I'm sorry about that. Bad timing on our part.
A little incontinence going on there with the Iron Sheik.
So let's get the facts out there. The swine flu.
Yeah.
The ABCs. What are we worried about here?
Well, okay. This is one of those viruses that pigs have all the time. It's actually what's called endemic in the pig population. And
Iraq flu.
The pig farmers have a vaccine for it, but we don't. And so this is a virus that has jumped from them, from the swine population to the human population, and we've never been exposed to it before. The flu vaccine that was out this year won't cover for this. So, even if you've had the flu vaccine, you would be susceptible to it. Now, the reason everybody got scared about it is because in Mexico they had 1,600 cases and 103 people died. But the thing is that we have to remember, and that's about a 6%, lethal rate. The thing that we have to remember is that's Mexico, and they may have had way more cases than actually got reported. A lot of people could have had mild disease, and if it was, if it was really 16,000 people that had the virus, and only 1,600 got reported, then the lethal rate is a lot less.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes,
yeah,
of course. Sure. And plus, it's Mexico. They could have died of other things. Could have been a guy on the way to the doctor.
It's just weird that it's not been as severe up here. And that one kid that passed away in Texas actually was visiting from Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So,
yeah, it wasn't even one of your regular old Americans there.
Well, but I mean, but it's still a mystery why it seemed to be so much more severe there. But of course, we've only had 109 cases in the United States as of yesterday at 10:30. So we'll see today. Now, what we're looking for is a geometric progression. If you saw The Hot Zone or whatever that movie was,
yes.
You're looking for it to go from 30 to 60 to 120 to 240 to 480, and that would show kind of a geometric progression. Now, the day before yesterday, we had 90 cases. Yesterday there was 109, and that so far doesn't show that kind of progression, but it's still a very few number of cases that have been reported, so it remains to be seen.
And I'm hearing now that a lot of people are just kind of sitting it out, taking some over-the-counter medication for symptoms, and then just getting better.
Yeah. Well, most people will do okay with influenza. The ones that are at risk are, young kids and pregnant women and old folks with chronic diseases and stuff like that. Although, if your immune system is just adjusted just wrong, it can really hit you hard even if you're young and healthy, but that's unusual.
Like Robert Reed would have had a hard time with this.
You're right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Shit, now what was I going to say?
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy. The wheels.
No, it's okay. The good thing about this virus is it is totally susceptible to the two big antiviral drugs that we have, which is Relenza and Tamiflu.
Yeah.
And Tamiflu is the pill. Relenza is the inhaler, where you inhale 2 little capsules twice a day. And but you got to get it early. And the symptoms, let's talk a little bit about that. The symptoms are, a fever greater than 100.5, cough, sore throat, muscle aches and pains. Might have nausea and vomiting, but usually doesn't, but could.
But a fever of 105 or more?
No, 100.5.
105.
I don't
You're
have
hallucinating.
I have a sore throat and sniffles and a cough. But I've had it for
without the fever, unlikely that you have influenza.
I'm not even worried about swine flu. I just want to know if I can get some. What should I take for this, do you think? Because I'm feeling a bit under the weather. And I have I'm singing at Carnegie Hall this weekend.
You'll be fine.
What should I take, Dr. Steve?
You could, you can take any of the over-the-counter stuff that. What? Never mind. Don't take anything.
No, I want like a really good recommendation, a good secret recommendation.
Yeah, something fun. But so it's pretty much the flu, right, Dr. Steve? That's the headline.
It's pretty much as a flu that our immune systems haven't seen before.
And most of us that get the flu, we don't really even take anything for it. We just kind of like...
You take some for the symptoms.
Yeah, we just kind of wait it out and deal with it.
Yeah, taking ibuprofen or Tylenol for the fever, and taking, Mucinex for the cough, and Claritin or Benadryl for the stuffy nose will usually get you through. The big thing is prevention. Just wash your hands. I mean, the way you get this is someone sneezes into their hand, and then they touch a doorknob, and they're
animals,
filthy animal, exactly. Mucus and virus-filled hands, and then it can live on there for a couple of hours, and then you touch it, and then you stick your disgusting finger in your nose or your eye, and then that's how you get the virus. So,
Is it? I went to a place like a flu ward. There's a place where there's a bunch of people with swine flu, and I jerked 3 of them off into my palm.
And then rubbed it on my face.
Yeah.
Snorted it under your nose.
You'll be all right.
Bukkake video with them.
Into my palm. Yeah, I put a little piggy nose in my hand, and it all came on it.
We want to film a video where we just walk around Manhattan sneezing in people's faces.
And watch people panic.
Yeah, in elevators and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Steve, thank you so much.
And thank you for your very generous birthday gift, that Triumph of Will. Wow.
Wow.
That is really some a powerful documentary, propaganda documentary, whatever you want to call it.
Your favorite historical figure.
Of course. The woman that made that movie, she die like 10 years ago or something?
Yeah.
She was alive for quite a while and just getting razzed for having made that movie.
Yeah, it didn't help her career in the long
it didn't.
Oopsie.
Well, thank you, Dr. Steve.
Right.
Mucho apreciado, as they say, in Swine Flu HQ.
You're welcome, my friend. We are going to do about 20 minutes on this on Weird Medicine tomorrow night at 5 p.m. So.
At what time?
Very good.
5 p.m.
5 p.m. Dr. Steve and Weird Medicine on 202 and 197 on Sirius.
You got it.
All right,
bye, Steve.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Doc.
We go back to the Iron Sheik because we got 2 brand new Iron Sheik things to play today.
Oh.
I guess we all want to rehear him talking about his 10-inch cock, right?
His non-existent penis.
Yeah, here it is. The Iron Sheik and his 10-inch cock from yesterday's great interview. All right, show E-Rock the 10-inch cock, Iron Sheik. He's a Hulk Hogan fan, too, for real.
Is it ready? Want to show him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't mind? Yes or no?
I don't care.
Go ahead.
What the hell? We're just a bunch of guys.
Ready? You want to show
Thursday.
him? But maybe next time, if it's okay.
Maybe next time.
No. Next time.
We got to leave something to the imagination.
E-Rock, get over there and take a look at the 10-inch cock.
I don't think the Sheik is lying.
Wait a second.
Wait, your other guy, Iron Sheik, wants you to show E-Rock the 10-inch
Is there a
cock.
light over there? I can't even see
If you said okay, I'll show you. Otherwise,
Show the cock! Show the cock! Show the cock! Show the cock!
Push this back.
Look at that Tony Montana shirt he's got on.
Oh, he's going to show me E-Rock the 10-inch cock. He's unzipping his bed.
Come on, E-Rock.
You want to see that cock?
Holy shit.
Where is it?
E-Rock, he's shaking the
balls.
That day was.
What a set of balls on the sheet.
That was all balls.
Jimmy, what was that? I didn't.
It was all balls. It was all balls. It was like an acorn.
What happened to the
got
10-inch
nuts.
cock? What happened to his 10-inch cock?
It was non-existent.
Yeah.
A little thummy nub resting on a giant ball bag.
And then he talked about pussy. What about pussy?
Oh, I get the pussy everywhere I go. All over.
I get some of the finest pussy in the world.
You know, I mean,
Can you do a pussy promo for us?
That's how he
Do a
curls that
wrestling
mustache.
promo, but talk about pussy.
pussy, I'll be honest with you. If it's a good blue eyes, good blonde, I like to eat the pussy of the blue eyes and blonde. Otherwise, I fuck her ass.
So if she has brown hair, you fuck
That might
her
have
ass.
been the greatest quote ever.
I just say
It might have been.
I had a woman all over the world.
Unbelievable. Well, the new stuff. Right after the appearance, Sam got him in the hall. A little backstage with O&A here.
Oh, he did.
With the Iron Sheik, a little post-show.
Unheard.
Yeah, this is brand new. Post-show interview from yesterday.
I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and we're going backstage with O&A. Opie and Anthony recently got a chance to talk to the Iron Sheik. We found the Sheik after the interview, who had just publicly shown his penis for the very first time.
What do you think of E-Rock? E-Rock was the guy who wanted to see your 10-inch cock.
Well, I don't never show it before. First time, he was interested to see the Iron Sheik 10-inch cock. That's because I show him.
You think E-Rock was probably a gay guy?
I look like it to me.
E-Rock may be gay, but according to the Sheik, at least he's not dirty.
Did he look like he was clean enough that you would put it in his ass?
Absolutely. I should have put him in the camel crash. Maybe he can feel that 10-inch cock, and not everybody believe he's gay. Otherwise, why you want to see the Iron Sheik 10-inch cock?
Thanks, Sheik, and may God bless you.
God bless you guys, like I said. The city never sleep. I had a great time. I hope I see you guys again soon. And also, I want to say hello to all my intelligent radio station. God bless you guys and have a good day.
This has been Primetime Sam Roberts. Stay tuned, as Opie and Anthony will be right back.
Actually, we're still here, yeah.
Wow.
That was good. Not bad.
That is something. Fucking Sheik, man.
And then,
what the hell was he thinking?
As we go to break, a listener suggested we do the Christian Bale Iron Sheik remix.
Yes.
I know the
please.
Christian Bale thing is kind of fading away, but maybe one last one.
I think if anything should bring it back,
it could be this?
is this.
All right. Derek spent some time working on this.
What the fuck are you doing?
Suck my 10-inch cock.
Think for 1 fucking second.
I don't give a fuck. Suck my 10-inch cock.
No! No!
Don't be cheap, you son of a bitch. 10-inch my cock.
What don't you fucking understand?
Good question.
You got any fucking idea about, hey, it's fucking distracting?
Good question.
Give me a fucking answer.
I love you. Suck my 10-inch cock.
I want to fucking kick your fucking ass. You know, shut up for a second, all right?
Oh, big time.
You do it one more fucking time, and I ain't walking on this set if you're still hired.
Go fuck yourself. My cock is too good.
Fuck's sake, man, you're amateur.
Wow.
That was great.
That's good, man. Like you wanted to fuck him, but no. No, you're not going to be fucking him.
No.
You wanted to fuck him.
Well done, Derek.
Yeah, definitely. Great job, Derek. Let's say hi to Wide Open, the trucker. Wide Open, how are you, sir?
Hey, what's going on, boys? What's going on, Jimmy?
Hi,
I'll
buddy.
tell you one thing. I was going down through South Carolina yesterday, and when y'all come on and said, the Iron Sheik has pissed his pants, I almost pissed mine. That was a great interview. That was great yesterday, I'll tell you.
Thank you.
I'll tell you.
I'll tell you. Thank you, Wide Open.
All right, y'all have a good day up there. Jimmy, I hope you feel better, buddy.
Thank you, man. I hope so, too. I'll be okay.
Don't forget, Jimmy, a healthy Jimmy, will
Yes.
be on Letterman tonight, which is weird because he's sick, so I don't really understand how that happened.
I'm on the David Letterman program.
But how are you going to do it if you're sick, Jimmy?
Well, it was done in the past, and I said to Dave, let's just show this one Friday. I'm not going to be feeling well. And Dave said, are you sure?
Has Christian Jimmy, have y'all seen him lately?
No, we don't know where Christian Jimmy's been.
You know
Maybe
what?
after the break. we
Yeah,
can
he
find
wasn't
him.
finding too many things to say, so Christian Jimmy just kind of went away.
Yeah.
He might be down in Cancun trying to get everything straight.
He certainly is. He's helped working with the poor.
All right, boys, y'all be good. I'm heading back up toward the Tar Heel State. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Peace. Wide Open, everyone. Quick break.
He's wide open.
Hey, we got Judah Friedlander coming in to say hi. Ooh. From 30 Rock. He's becoming a regular on the show.
Judah had a funny line. I saw him at the comedy club the other night, and he has a full beard, and he's such a mess on stage. He's like, I just shaved 40 minutes ago. The fastest beard hair grows back. Judah's a funny dude, man.
He really is. And we got Sean Stevenson?
Yes.
Is that how you say his name?
Yes.
He's pretty much a mess.
He's in a wheelchair.
He's a mess.
midget.
but he's a motivational speaker.
Yep.
And this is what Bill Clinton, for real, had to say about Sean Stevenson, who's coming in today.
Get him the fuck away from me.
I first met Sean when he was a delegate to Boys Nation, and I was so impressed with him, we invited him to come back and work in the White House. He worked there, and he did a great job. He's an amazing person with an important message, and I think all the young people in this country ought to listen to him.
Damn. That's a nice endorsement, right?
Yeah, he said that about me. He said, Paul Hargis. All young people should listen to Paul. He's 57 years young.
Uncle Paul. you ghoul, Uncle Paul.
Yeah. Don't be such a tattletale. Just kind of wipe your memory clean, start fresh.
Sick fuck. It's so fucking wrong. Opie and Anthony. Jim Norton.
Heading toward the weekend.
Where's Kenny?
Kenny.
I thought I told. Oh, here he comes. All right.
Look at him running.
Look at everyone just running.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
It's like the T-Rex chasing the Jeep in Jurassic Park.
Kenny's fucking short hairdo is horrendous.
Oh, you don't like his little short do?
I don't know what is going on with his hair. Jimmy doesn't like your short hairdo.
When I cut it, I get my money's worth.
$10 haircuts.
Yeah, you know, you go to the neighborhood Italian guy.
Italian guy. You went to the neighborhood barber?
Yeah.
With the barber pole.
He sure has it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he like the Iron Sheik yesterday?
He wanted me to be a wrestler.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Why don't you wrestle? Can you piss your pants?
Kenny, we learned this week that you're a big fan of the classic disco, the classic dance. You thought we forgot about you, right? We've just been too busy. Kenny made a demo.
I certainly did.
And he really wants to be on the Strobe as maybe a guest DJ, and I think we can make this happen.
The Strobe is the channel. It's the one that plays like classic disco music.
Is that right, Kenny? Is like classic disco?
I'm made to entertain.
Yes, it's classic disco. I'll try to answer for him.
Thank you, Ed. You're still out of breath, right?
Yeah, I'm not used to running the 100-yard dash.
Kenny, you got to grow your hair out a little bit.
Yeah, in a couple weeks.
Because it really makes it look like you have a small brain.
Oh, that's a given.
Jimmy, look at his head.
It's a fucking it's a brontosaurus head.
It is like a pinhead kind of a thing.
You're almost a pinhead.
An angelfish.
I'll tell you, though, I can't wait for tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
Why is that?
You don't know what tomorrow is?
The day after Jimmy Norton is on David Letterman?
I'll tell you, because tomorrow I get better looking every day.
Oh.
All right, so anyway, Kenny made a demo for the Strobe.
I just Twittered Kenny's hairdo.
Oh, you did?
Fucking awful.
Good Twitter. Damn.
Why don't you just shave your head?
No, that would be silly.
With a fucking shotgun.
That's a hair don't, Kenny.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, wow, there is. Yeah, wow.
It is a horrendous.
Why can't, by the way, Opie, how come when you tweet, you have words, what you write will appear over your picture, but on mine it doesn't? What fucking application do I have?
I'm not telling you.
Why?
I can tell you.
Yeah, I want to use it. Mine sucks. Why can't you read
sign
that?
up for the other thing?
The other thing. You got to go to the other thing.
There's another other thing.
Other thing. We'll show you. It's easy.
Want to lose all my tweets?
Yes.
I don't wanna.
Everything will go away. Here's Kenny's demo for the Strobe. What channel is the Strobe, Kenny? Give me a little plug.
83 on XM.
83 on XM?
Starring Joe Causey.
You really know the players on the channel? And
Causey plays good music.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is what you would hear if Kenny was on the Strobe, for real. We're trying to get this done. A little demo.
Don't you love that? Hey, you're listening to the Strobe on Sirius 81 and XM 83. I'm Lean Mean Club Soda Kenny, the dancing machine. Vote for me, mayor of this place, Funk Funky Town by Lip Sync.
Wow, yeah. Vote for you. You want to be the mayor of Funky Town.
Who doesn't?
By Lips Inc.
Yeah.
I always thought it was lip sync.
Oh, it's Lips Inc.
Lips Inc.
Yeah, I think there was a little play on words there.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the birthday boy. Well, his birthday was yesterday. He has a song about the swine flu. It's Bobo. Bobo.
The swine flu, it's in my hometown of Queens pretty hard. But Wendy, look out, I think it's spread out to Jersey. Wah, wah, wah.
All right, I think that bit could officially...
More of Club Soda Kenny's disco demo for the strobe. Wow.
Oh.
Michael Jackson, what a goof. Hey, it's me, Lean Mean Club Soda Kenny, the dancing machine, on the strobe, XM83, Sirius 81. And coming up next are my Harry Bush favorites, the Weather Girls. It's raining men, y'all.
And have we got no...
And then it was raining men.
Yeah,
Hallelujah.
I tell you.
Yeah.
I would be the hugest fan of the strobe if you were on there.
Who would not tune this in?
Fucking day. Hold on, man. We got Mike in Albany now.
Mike?
Mike, how are you? Yeah.
Hey, good morning, boys.
We didn't know you were from Albany, Mike.
Hey, I need a favor from you guys. I saw the Dane Cook show last night.
Yes.
And Bob Kelly was there.
Yes.
He fucking killed.
Where were you?
Yeah, can we...
What's that?
Hold on, I want to... Albany. Dane Cook and Bob Kelly on tour, and we beat the shit out of Robert Kelly on the show, but I hope people understand, this guy is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, we don't...
He's hilarious on the show as well, but
Yeah.
I mean... You know, his comedy's unbelievable.
Yeah. Bob's a very funny guy. He's just a dummy. It's not that he's not funny.
He's a
There were a ton of people who thought Bob was better than Dane Cook.
Yeah, and I'll say this, and I'll say this in defense of Dane or anybody else who's headlining. There's always virtually no pressure on the guy that goes up first because people expect nothing out of you.
Yep.
And I would never fucking... And Bob is Bob can headline. Bob's a funny fuck. I would never put Bob in front of me on the road. I give Dane respect for doing that. He's out of his mind. It's like, why would you go on after 25 minutes of Bob fucking murdering?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you guys do need to help him, though, because Bob Kelly can't dress to save his life. He looked like such a fucking douchebag.
What are you, a fucking fashion consultant?
Well, what do they have on? I'll tell you.
No, but when he goes up on stage and he's wearing a purple T-shirt and like a pleather jacket.
Yeah, he's an asshole. Bob is trying to be sexy Bob. He's out of I'm disgusting Bob, and now he's trying to be fucking handsome Bob, but he's dressing like a fucking gay guy in the late 80s club scene. He's got to stop. You know what, dude? I'm taking care of myself. I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. You know what, dude?
So
it's
how'd
all
you lose
about...
the weight?
Hey, thanks, boys.
What's the big...
I've run out of gas, Bob.
Yeah, what's the big story today? What's the big story in the news that we could ask Bob?
Oh, please.
Bob Kelly about?
There's so many.
Swine flu. I mean,
Well,
yeah,
we
the
did
swine flu.
Did we?
I
don't remember.
We've covered them all.
All right, we'll think about it.
Yeah, he kills, man. He fucking kills on stage.
Let's get back to Club Soda Kenny, his disco demo for the strobe.
I hated that song. But this is a great song on the strobe, XM83, Sirius 81. I'm Lean Mean Club Soda Kenny, the dancing machine. And we're going back to the good old days, before AIDS was invented. Back when you could bang any $4 Coke where you wanted, no matter what he looked like. It's We Are Family by Sister Sledge. I got a few more seconds to kill, so listen how terrific I am, because here's the song now.
Hit the post.
Yeah, going in now. Oh, my God.
The instant feedback has exploded. Everyone's saying they would listen to Kenny. Everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it would
Yeah.
get old after a week or two, but...
Oh, people are smart.
You'd have a strong week of radio.
I don't know. People might enjoy that because they listen to the
Yes.
same fucking songs they've heard 10,000 times. They might enjoy just his take on it.
But in between, you'd get that Kenny thing. Oh, it would
A
be
good
fantastic.
DJ. Is that an XL channel with language?
It will be.
They just can't curse, that's all.
Every channel should be able to curse.
I got to do my thing.
Well, I agree, but I mean, a lot of them want to be played in fucking stores and stuff.
You're not going to
Good point.
compromise your
My
values
integrity,
and
yeah.
integrity.
Yeah.
For that, you do the show you do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
I know. It's a point well taken.
You want
James.
success? You want success, or you want to just languish?
All right.
Trying to help you. Trying to help you get to the top.
You're right.
A good suit.
It's not. It's not good enough just being cheeky and flippant.
Cheeky and
I love him.
Here's another clip from Club Soda Kenny's disco demo for the strobe.
This always brings a tear to my eye, this song that you just heard. But I'm Lean Mean, Club Soda Kenny, the dancing machine, taking you back to a time, play the music, when there were more disco balls than the ones in my pants. It's Gloria Gaynor, I Will Survive, on the strobe.
More disco balls.
Yeah, what time was that when there were more than 2 disco balls?
That's crazy.
Wow, what a wild time.
Jesus, Kenny.
Disco in my pants. It's the strobe, XM83, Sirius 81. I'm Lean Mean, Club Soda Kenny, the dancing machine. We're getting ready to hit the town in our favorite pair of crotch huggers. And if you run out of moose, just drop a load in your hand and slick back your hair with that. It's Staying Alive by the Bee Gees.
I love how he's just stomping over the vocals.
Oh, yeah. That
gotta
didn't matter. He had his great line.
Yeah, he has to get his shit out there.
About the jizz moose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody could hit the post.
Exactly. You got to be entertaining.
Yeah, I'm an innovator. I'm not a follower.
See, people are saying this is perfect for a GTA radio station. Actually, NDA in Boston.
Oh, yeah.
This is perfect
That
for
would
GTA
be good.
if they were still doing it that way.
Speaking of
more?
Boston, my friend Jay Moore will
What
be in
happened?
Boston
What happened?
tomorrow night.
What happened?
Oh, at the Wilbur.
The
Yeah.
Wilbur Theater. Bill Blumenreich is that
Yeah,
place.
yeah, and he's in Long Island tonight, West Hampton Performing Arts Center.
My brother is
Yeah,
going.
there will be a Hughes there.
Yeah, so Jay, take care of my my bro.
It's done.
He wanted to see you badly. 2 more from Kenny's disco demo for the strobe.
I love Diana Ross. I really love her. I'm Lean Mean, Club Soda Kenny, the dancing machine, here on the strobe, Sirius 81, XM83. For all you rope wranglers out there, here's the Militant Evil with Macho Man.
Wow. Really spit that out.
Well, there was only 4 seconds to the thing.
Yeah. To the thing.
They show you how much time you got to the thing.
Yeah,
Right?
but I usually didn't pay attention to that. But
Yeah.
any dummy can look at the line and know when to stop
Obviously.
talking. Yeah,
One last one for today.
yeah, because you got to leave them wanting more.
Yep.
Will you do another one of these for us next week? I think this has legs for a few more.
GH, you know I do what I'm told. I could care less about the song you just heard, but this song is terrific. I'm Lean Mean, Club Soda Kenny, the dancing machine.
Are ya?
And here's the theme song for all you ugly chicks who think you're beautiful. It reminds me when I was hanging in the club with my main man Joe Causey, and I met this chick and she told me she was an attorney. So I said, bend over, let me cross-examine you here on the strobe.
You really didn't even try on that one, did you?
A lot of time
Didn't
to
even
kill.
try.
All right, write some new material over the weekend and do another one of these.
And I want a new name.
I think we got to hone this. He should have a few different.
I want a new name, everyone. Instead of Lean Mean Club Soda Kenny, I want a new name.
I kind of like the dancing
Kenny
machine
all the
thing.
time.
It could be, yeah, I just want new names.
All right.
You should reinvent yourself every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to the phones and get some feedback for you, Kenny. Seymour from Florida.
Yeah, it's Kenny, the lean, mean dancing machine. All right, we got it. Punching out.
All right. Andrew, what did you think of Kenny?
What's up, guys? I think we found the new Broadway Bill Lee and Joe Corsi right there in the studio.
Who's Broadway Bill? Do you know, Kenny?
Yeah, he's another one of them.
All right.
Another one of them.
Yeah, thank you, mister.
No problem, Ken.
Have a nice day.
And then Bird in Philly writes, beware, GH is going to charge a handling fee for the boogie.
I mean, you could take requests and talk to people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know how personable I am.
You do all right.
I'm socially inept.
You do all right.
All right.
I think he's right.
You're going to do another one of these next week.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kenny.
Is the strobe, what kind of channel is the strobe?
Classic disco.
Classic disco, man. That's what you want to hear.
Yeah.
A lot of Donna Summer. Yeah. Bee Gees, probably a lot of Bee Gees, right? Off the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack.
Yeah, and then when I get my own show, I'll throw in a little hip hop just for the goof.
Oh, man, that might fuck him up, though.
Yeah, but for the goof.
I don't want that. For the goof. For the goof.
All right.
For the goof.
All right.
I think we're getting ready for kosher sports today.
Where's Judah?
Oh, yeah?
Judah should be here soon.
The fuck?
And David, whose internship's ending very soon, and I don't think we could keep him around.
How can we not keep David? If we can't find a way to keep David around, we are dummies.
I don't know how we keep him around.
I tried to get him the mail clerk, the mailroom job.
Yeah, Kenny looks after David.
If we lose another guy on this show, how can we lose David?
I don't understand. When I was growing up in this business, I hung out at radio stations, and you were allowed to do that because you really wanted to
just hang out.
And like the new way they do things just doesn't make sense. You got guys who would hang out for free.
But there's liability in
To learn the business, they're just not allowed to do it anymore.
Wait, isn't he?
I used to sleep at radio stations, for real.
Isn't he allowed to hang out if he doesn't do certain things? He is allowed to hang out.
It's more lawyer bullshit.
Oh,
It
these
really
fucking
is. They don't get
lawyers.
it. You got guys that are motivated. They have to like make their mark in 4 months as an intern, and then what? Then what happens to these guys?
Yeah.
You know? When they would hang out for like easily a year because they enjoy doing it. It's like it's not always about money and liability. It's about doing the right thing. Someone like David would hang out. And we would try to find a place for him, obviously. We wouldn't take advantage of him working for free, but he would want to continue for free.
Yeah.
And you should be allowed to do that.
Should be.
And it should be a simple form that the dopey lawyers could come up with and go, all right, well, you know, you're going to continue as a non-paid employee or whatever.
Yeah, some kind of volunteer schedule or something. Like that. He could come as a daily guest. We could add him to our guest list every day, and he could come in every day.
Can he do that?
Why wouldn't we be able to have our own guests in on a daily basis?
Good point.
The lawyers just don't get it. Half the guys in radio did exactly that. They would hang around radio stations for free to
try to get their foot in the door.
Yeah, and to make their mark and to, do some social networking and all that shit until some kind of break happened.
Yep.
These internships, honestly, the way they do it is a waste of time. It's a waste of time for the interns.
Yeah.
Because they got to make their mark in 4 months, and then we're like, well, look, we're not hiring. I don't know what to tell you. And we show them the door, and then what? What happens to these guys?
Yeah.
And they want to hang out and stay.
Oh, look, he's looking in the window at us. Jesus Christ, like a fucking puppy.
Yeah. Poor Dave. XM website is gone. What does that mean?
What is it?
It means that the whole keeping the XM thing was fucking being polite.
Yeah, that's true. Let's say hi to Tim. Tim? It's right there.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
God, you guys suck out there.
I think that Kenny should give us a bit yowza.
Ah.
There is one website that's inactive, but it's not the XM one.
No.
Our website, yeah, we're gonna, everyone's asking about it. We got to figure out what the next move is with that thing.
Yeah, eat a bullet as well.
Hey,
no, I'm serious. I haven't had a website in 6 months.
You for real?
For real.
Why?
Because the fucking company who I was dealing with, I really began to hate because I couldn't send out mass emails. It was always crashing the system, and I just was like, fuck it. I got to get a good website, and people like submitted a bunch of things. I just didn't follow it up, and the managers and agents talked about it, and they're not that good at
We
following
need a
up.
webmaster that completely gets it, and we will get there. We'll get opieandanthony.com rocking again. In the meantime, we're all doing stuff on our Twitters that sort of keep the vibe going. I'm not saying it's got to be better than that. I'm not trying to say that replaces the website. Right. Absolutely not, because there's so much more you can do with a website than a Twitter account. But at least you guys can follow us on Twitter and get some of the shit that's going on in the studio.
I think websites are
eventually we'll get a nice website up and running again.
I think they're less crucial now than they were a few years ago, because you do have YouTube and you do have MySpace and Facebook. There's like a million places people can find you, find out what you're doing.
We still need one central, OpieandAnthony.com, and then it has our Twitter accounts and our YouTube accounts and the Moglist thing. Everything is in one place for the people to, go to and then figure out what they want to do from there. So we'll figure it out sooner than later, too.
'Tis true.
Kenny, thank you.
Thank you.
Kenny's doing double duty. You're also writing Kosher Sports today?
Thank you for acknowledging me today. This May Day.
Do I get grapes?
Yes. Yeah, we got to wait for the street vendors to come out.
Fucking
cockroaches.
Yeah.
God. Go fetch something.
I will. Thank you.
Hey, Kenny, you know what?
Yes, sir.
You haven't skipped down that hall yet.
It's
long made for you.
Skip.
You're right.
Yeah, I haven't.
Get your flip camera out.
Yeah, we'll do it during the break.
Okay.
All right.
He's like, okay.
Okay, anything else I could do for you guys?
Excuse me for coughing.
Huh?
Excuse me for coughing.
He just
I don't have a cough button.
You know what Kenny was just thinking right there, by the way? In his little pea brain. He's thinking, there are cameras all over that hallway, and I'm trying to show them I'm credible as a security guy.
Yeah,
so they let me have a job.
Dude, that's another thing. Now there's
I know.
There's over bitching, and then there's like stuff that needs to be said. Like, Kenny is an amazing security guard. The best.
The best of the best. He's like a superhero.
Right.
But he's a superhero.
But he's also really
Super-zero.
He's also really good in his own way on the radio show.
Yes.
But for some reason,
you're not allowed to mix that.
They don't really want him doing both. And that doesn't make sense
What's the
either.
problem?
Stop overthinking everything. He's an amazing security guard. He knows when to be serious. Trust me, he knows when to be serious.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of our fans have seen the serious side of Kenny, and it's not fun.
Frightening when he's serious.
It's not fun. And then he's able to step out of that, come in here, and be a goofball. It's perfect for us.
A goof.
It's perfect. Everyone relax and let us do our thing, and trust me, you will have a very popular show to sell. An extremely popular show. Don't overthink things. The lawyer's got to leave us alone.
Yep.
Let's just do what we know what to do.
Because we know.
Good attorneys.
We're
us.
know. Right. All right, why don't we go to a break here? I'm going to play the fabulous Moolah story from yesterday.
Moolah.
The Iron Sheik. Remember the fabulous Moolah?
Of course.
And
he
then
had some nice things to say about it. That was sweet of him.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. After the break, we do Kosher Sports with intern David, who we might be losing in the very near future. We got Judah Friedlander. I believe he's here. And we have the motivational speaker, Sean Stevenson, coming in studio today. He's a mess in a wheelchair, but it just doesn't matter because he's a very inspirational guy. Yes.
Is that what he does?
Yeah.
Go for him.
After you hear him, you're not going to be like boo-hoo, boo-hoo.
No?
About yourself. No.
Oh, good.
Look what the guy's been able to do with what God gave him.
We'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see. Are we going to be tough critics?
Yes, we are. Don't expect special treatment because you're 1 foot 2 inches tall and you come in rolling around here. Let's get to it. How many pages is this book? He wrote a book called Get Off Your Butt, but he spelled it B-U-T. So it's called How to End Self-Sabotage and Stand Up for Yourself.
Oh, I get it. Get off your butt. Like, yeah, oh, you want to do that? Yeah, but, oh, I get it. Because he really kind of can't.
Yeah. But I still want to read it. I mean, I don't want to read it, but I'll peruse it.
I don't get the motivational speaker thing.
Why?
Like, can't you just come up with the shit in your own head?
Yeah, I mean...
Like, you go like, I think everybody knows, like, yeah, I should do this. I should do that. What, you need someone to kind of push you?
I think so.
Yeah.
It makes you at least think about it.
If you like something, you'll do it.
True. Well, you can ask him that very question when he comes in.
I will.
Don't worry, we'll keep it fun. Sounds like some kind of convention we're about to go into.
Yeah, fuck it.
We'll make it fun.
Boy, the Red Sox got a shellacking yesterday.
Kosher Sports next.
Oh.
But first, the Iron Sheik talking about Moolah, the fabulous Moolah. Hey, Iron Sheik, would you rather fuck Eric in the ass or the fabulous Moolah?
Both of them doesn't worth the shit. No.
Moolah.
God bless him. I don't talk behind the Moolah. She didn't like my smoke in the car. I smoking. Greg the Hammer, myself. We give the Moolah right in the California. She come in the car. And I smoked the marijuana. Greg smoked the marijuana. And fabulous Moolah said, Sheik, I don't like that shit in the car. I said, oh yeah? You don't like my marijuana? Greg, stop the car. Get the fuck out of the car. So after that, I tell her, keep your fucking mouth shut or take a hitchhike to the show. So, and then...
She's an old lady.
Exactly.
Busy show. Where's Judah Friedlander, by the way?
Judah and her.
He could be way down that hall. I don't know.
You don't even know. I know. I can barely see anything.
How obnoxious, Jimmy, is the bathroom being so far away? Because Anthony, I don't know. I think he might be a cyborg or something. The fucking guy sits in that chair for 4 straight hours, doesn't get up once.
I'm like the Iron Sheik.
You don't stretch your
piss my pants.
You don't stretch your legs. Nothing. You just sit.
No, you don't see me do this all
What
the
do
time.
you do?
I go.
Oh, you do a little back bend thing?
And then my legs are straight out right now. And then I point my toes back and forth.
Yeah.
And then I like squish, you know. I do some flexing moves there, and then rotate the ankles.
But I
move around.
You do the same exercises our motivational speaker does.
You never get out of your chair. You don't like walk a little bit, check out the view. This is a nice view about 20 feet away from our studio of
I'm not a view guy.
Midtown, Times Square, the Hudson River. As soon as we go to break, Jimmy and I can't wait to get out that door and start the long fucking trek to the bathroom.
I know. Well, you guys shit like fucking horses and cattle.
Shit and pee.
Yeah. You guys just shit all over the place.
I made
monkeys.
I made
small dogs.
Yeah.
I made a big mistake today.
What happened?
Like a little irregular today.
Uh-oh.
You know, usually
Which way?
Usually by showtime, I got 3 in me already done. Today, not so much. And then I was able to squeeze a little something out, right? And that just created logs just falling.
Yeah.
Falling. And now everything wants out of me.
Oh, shit. That's bad. That's a bad one.
You don't like this talk, do you?
No, I don't mind it.
It's kind of like the logs for all you Pacific Northwesters. You know, you see the logs in the river, but then all of a sudden there's a little jam.
A log jam.
And you just see the logs just piling up and not going anywhere. But then you get rid of that jam, and next thing you know, everything starts flowing and wants to go downriver fast.
I've learned to just not rush things. Like if I feel, because there have been times I'm like, I think I got to take into. I think so. Let me go in there and give it a try. It's nothing but trouble. You got to wait until you're like, I got to take a shit.
When you know.
Yeah, then everything comes out nice.
Mm-hmm.
There's no pushing and grunting.
Could we see a picture of your logs?
No.
Never?
No, I'm not a photograph my log kind of guy.
I show, Jimmy shows, Danny shows.
He just wants to see the cum at the tips of them.
Yeah.
Why even fucking push and strain, man? What I do is I actually just wait till I have to go. I just shit my pants and it goes right into the washer. It's so much easier.
Just shit in like stew in your washing machine.
I look like fucking Davy about to fling the giant sling full of duty. Fucking just shit my pants and wash it.
Yeah, the boys came up with a good pickup today, unless it was either you or Jimmy that came up with it. But we're going old school. Doing a little English office to prepare ourselves for the motivational speaker that's coming in at 9 o'clock.
Oh, is that fantastic?
I love
We
that
were just
episode.
watching it last weekend.
That is my favorite episode of the English office.
Get out. Get out.
They're just sitting there. Like, look, man.
Yeah?
Leave us alone.
Yeah?
He's got the awful fucking tucked-in T-shirt.
Tucked-in T-shirt.
The backwards hat.
And he throws the hat right into our face.
What a fool.
It's fantastic. Get out. Get out.
There goes Danny.
It was such a bad emotional It was supposed to have an impact, like, whoa,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
such a dud.
No, people just looking at him like, what? Like he thought they were going to be scared, like, all right, maybe I should get out.
What's he mean?
What does he mean by this? He's being so weird and yeah.
Get out.
Well, sorry.
Reaping the rewards.
There's David Brent. He's successful, yeah. He's reaping the rewards, yeah.
You know, and you know, maybe you're 30. No, in your 30s.
Yeah, in your 30s. Just so fucking, so good. He's such a non-impact.
We're gonna have
yes, non-impact.
We're gonna have a few clips from that episode in a few minutes, and then we can really get into it. Danny's been pushing this for the show all week, and I think we should play it. The Mike Tyson thing. It might be a little old now, but
a little bit, yeah.
Mike Tyson clears up the Chris Brown Rihanna situation.
Yeah, he just goes on and rambles on about the whole Chris, and then he likens it to his own situations, which he's had in the past.
What rape
and punching a bitch.
All right.
Let's hear Mike Tyson's take on this whole thing.
I have to, ask you, what runs through your head when you see someone like Chris Brown, this whole recent thing, Chris Brown?
You know what I say about that? It's none of my business, but know what I say about that? I understand the situation. I understand passionate, passion with young kids. I understand, know what I think, my personal opinion, about he's just a baby. He's just a little baby that don't know how to handle his emotions when it comes to a woman. And he probably hear this and like, I know how to handle my emotions. We all think we do. But the fact that, we look at this person and we might be crazily in love with him, we don't know how to handle those feelings. Most people who are 40 don't know how to handle that feeling of passion. They kill their wives because they're thinking they're sick, but I don't want nobody else to have her. I don't want nobody to have that feeling that I possess of her. I don't want to get that feeling. It's just something that either this way, Before in life, you were taught, this is my wife. Society teaches us we die and kill for our wives and our kids. And nowadays we live, now you're a fly guy, you're a cool guy when you got that mentality, like they play this like this pimp mentality. I don't care about her, you know what I mean? Now that makes you cool, you know what I mean? If you can control your feelings, not the kid, not to let a woman invade your mind, then you're a cool man. You have to be hard like that to say, I don't care about no woman. Women don't mean nothing to me. I got a bunch of women. Women come dime a dozen. That makes you cool now in this society. But still in all, you can't abuse them. You know what I mean? It's just really sick that what we do.
He's 100% right.
He really is.
He made complete and perfect sense.
Yeah.
I was expecting something way different from that, but he actually knows exactly what the fuck was going on in that situation. I think the older, more mature Mike Tyson has a little wisdom from his youth. I think he's picked up on some of that shit. Because he understands, because he was the guy punching his fucking wife in the face.
Sure. He gets to that.
Oh, really?
Oh.
So if we stop here, Mike Tyson looks really good and smart.
He looks intelligent.
Kinda, yeah.
But now if we play the second clip, it all falls apart.
Yeah, there's just one more clip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want to beat your girlfriend up? No. Do you get angry at your girlfriend? Yes. Why do you get angry at her? But she has a space in your heart, and she invaded your mind in which you believe you care about her more than anybody in the world, and you believe I can do things to her, but nobody else can do things to her. And it's really complex in human beings.
I mean, I think a lot of people, though, would say that is, almost excusing the behavior to say too young, to say that she, gets into his heart too much. I mean, at the end of the day, it's right or wrong to hit somebody, obviously, and
it was that way 20 years ago, but it wasn't as extreme 20 years ago as it is now. It's just about who's making the rules and who's stamping that paper, and that's what it. Do I think it's right to beat up on a woman? No, hell no. Have I violated and hit a woman before? Hell yeah. Was it wrong? Hell yeah. You know what I mean? But I'm a product of that environment.
Hell yeah. Well, what did he say about his wife? He punched her, and he said it was one of the best punches he ever threw. And that was... You've seen some of the punches he's thrown in the ring.
God,
he considered it one of the best punches he ever threw, and it was in her face. What was her name?
Robin Givens.
Robin Givens. Punched her right in the mug.
Let's say hi to Brooklyn Ace. Brooklyn.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, B.A.
What the hell's wrong with Tyson? He almost sounds like a man in this clip.
Yeah, his voice isn't as high, right?
Really, Tyson?
Yeah.
Later, guys.
All right. Yeah, his voice isn't as high.
Yeah, he used to talk a lot higher. Now it's all down here.
Now he sounds like Blair's cousin Jerry.
I guess he's off the Zoloft.
Yeah. I take it to keep from killing y'all.
Watching Tyson.
Yeah.
Tyson clips on YouTube. Fantastic.
Old Tyson clips. I don't like watching the ones where he's... Who's that, McNeely?
Was that Peter McNeely?
I don't know.
What a shit fight.
Big white dope.
No,
Getting in the ring with fucking Tyson.
He fought a lot of big white dopes.
Yeah.
Just for a goof, I think. All right.
Richard Pryor was talking about Jerry Quarry one time, and it just made me laugh so hard. He said something about Jerry Quarry's fight, and he goes, Jerry Quarry loves getting beat up by niggers. It just made me laugh so fucking hard. It was such a funny thing to say. Quarry loved it.
Oh, Jesus. If you haven't seen Mike Tyson clips in a while, go to YouTube. Do yourself a favor. I just don't see...
Oh, man.
I just don't see
is he
boxers
just
like
pounding
this
this guy? The ref's trying to get in, and Tyson just keeps hitting him.
He just went to a place when he was
Look at this.
fighting.
Oh, damn. He knocked the ref down.
Was he just qualified for that?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I got to
like-
research that. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's like young Tyson there or something. Right? Now the guy's hitting Tyson. Tyson's having a conversation with the ref. Like the guy is hitting Tyson as Tyson's just having a conversation with the ref. It did nothing to him. A body shot knocked people out. Look at this.
Oh, my God.
Tyson's holding him up now. He's holding him up with his punches.
That guy's not going down, though, man. No.
The ref's trying to get in there and stop the fight.
The guy is easily 6'5". Tyson's hitting way up to try to get him.
Just around
God, damn. Yeah, he tried to get around the ref to punch the guy in the head. And now the guy's just talking to the ref. The other guy decides, he might start punching Tyson. Tyson's having a conversation.
Hey, what's up with the Tyson movie?
I don't know. I want to get him in for that.
I think, what was I going to say? I think it's a good movie.
Yeah.
That's all I got on it.
It look funny?
I'd like to know more, is what I'm saying.
It's
funny. Is it a documentary on Tyson, or? I don't know. If someone knows a little something on the Tyson movie, give us a call, please.
I think it is.
All right. The Office, the English Office.
No, Tyson plays a guy who's reviewing all of his girlfriends. It's like a Matthew McConaughey film. Except he rapes them.
Yeah. Put those two movies together, and now you're talking. The Matthew McConaughey and the Tyson. Wow.
Oh, God.
Oh, you stayed hit when Mike hit you.
Oh, my God.
The guy got knocked down 3 times from one knockdown.
You think his friends laughed at him for that?
You know what's funny? The guy got up and then fell back down and was so pissed that he was so fucked up. You see the where he got angry at himself?
Yeah, because he could not stand back up. He got knocked down.
Together.
What's the punch?
He goes to get up.
Go back, little Dan. I want to see the punch that actually put the guy down.
He goes to get up, and that short fucking punch he
Watch
had.
how pissed he gets at himself because he can't get up. Watch.
He goes to get up. He falls through the ropes.
Right here.
Gets up again.
And then gets mad at
falls
himself.
sideways.
Yeah.
It's like someone spun him around 20 times and let him go to try to walk.
Is this Michael Spinks?
That looks like Ken
We're
Norton.
watching him. Ken Norton
Did
might
he
be
fight
up.
Ken Norton?
I think so, but
Holy
Ken Norton was so
shit.
old. If he did. No, wait, no. Did he? I don't know.
That guy kind of looks like Ken
It
Norton.
might be Michael
Holy,
Spinks.
my
No, it's round 6. It could be Michael
Tyson
Spinks.
was fucking devastating, man.
Jesus.
Just devastating.
I haven't watched boxing the same way since Tyson.
No,
went away.
no
Yeah,
one
he was
has.
exciting.
He was the last of the last fucking, fighters that you went, I got to see this guy.
But he wasn't fighting any guys. And I'm not taking it away from Tyson, but I think, they said, guys that hit like Ernie Shavers.
You know what it is, though? He wasn't in a phase in his career, unfortunately, where there were a lot of really good boxers
Right.
at his weight class.
Like Foreman, I think a younger Foreman would have hurt Tyson. I think.
Holy shit. That fucking left hand is amazing.
Tyson was good. He was very quick boxer. He would duck and then had that uppercut, devastating uppercut with his legs.
Oh, fuck.
That's Larry Holmes.
I strongly suggest you just go to
It's a nice
Tyson
montage.
Knockout somewhere on
Yeah, he was really a rough fucking
just
puncher.
killing people.
Let's go to Mike in
Oh, he
Connecticut.
backed off
Mike?
that guy.
Hey, Mike.
Good evening.
You're representing at least 20 phone calls right now because everybody's calling about the same thing. So do it justice. What do you know on the Tyson film?
Well, basically, I saw it online yesterday, and it's way more psychological than just his physical fights. It goes into who he is as a person, what he did, goes into his relationships, his kids. It was just really eye-opening.
Was it good?
Oh, it was unbelievable. I couldn't stop watching it.
Oh,
His
fuck.
peak right here.
Yeah, when Tyson was young.
Fucking five. Look at that. You didn't even see that punch. That motherfucker's on the ground.
Yeah, Tyson had a fucking he was a squat, but people said he was a much better boxer than he got credit for. Like he's a
just-
faster puncher.
Dude, he's picking his shots on that guy. Like here, you stand there. I'm just going to punch you in the face.
You know what? He wasn't that much past his prime when he lost to Buster. He wasn't that much past his prime. That's why you think like
that was more of a psychological thing, I think.
Yeah.
When he lost to
Holyfield,
Buster Douglas.
There's certain guys Tyson just couldn't. He could probably never beat Holyfield because of Holyfield's boxing style.
Yeah.
I think Tyson was great, but historically, a lot of guys would have beat the shit out of him.
You really think so?
Ali,
I don't know.
Ali
Wow,
was,
look at this fucking
Ali beat
monster.
Sonny Liston. Foreman. He absolutely would have beat him.
You think Ali could take a punch that Tyson?
Oh, my God.
I know he could. I know
Yeah.
Ali was able to take a punch.
Dude, he fought Ken Norton with a broken jaw.
And he fought Foreman, who had an evil fucking.
Yeah, he took fucking like 5 or 6 rounds of Foreman pounding him.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
People
And
would
Frazier.
try to hold on. People would actually try to clinch onto Tyson, and he just punched them in the face.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. You ain't holding on to me, motherfucker.
Ali would have frustrated him. He would have held him. Ali just would have kept grabbing him and then jabbing him on the way out. Ali was an infuriating fighter.
Something tells me this guy ain't standing up for much
No, he
longer.
couldn't be.
There he goes.
Wow. Whenever you're on a Tyson YouTube clip, you have about 10 seconds left on camera.
Yeah, that's it.
There's never going to be a long period of
Here's your
time.
10 seconds of notoriety, asshole.
Find the Michael Spinks win. That's the best thing. It was a championship fight when Tyson was wanting to become the champion, and it was 90 seconds.
Why isn't Tyson doing interviews for this movie?
Maybe he's only doing TV. I don't know.
God damn it! I would love to have Tyson in here. I think he was offered to us once.
Never.
No way.
We never would have said no.
Who would say no to Mike Tyson?
Or they asked us, "Would you like Tyson?"
Oh
We said
well,
yes.
probably
Yeah,
in the same
sure.
breath as
I remember that some kind of Tyson.
I think we were pitched the
conversation
director,
went down.
and we might have passed on the director.
I'm not. He just tried to pick up my wife, you know.
But he didn't know she was your...
Before I was married. He's a major womanizer. Scumbag, actually. Fucking hate the dude.
Oh yeah, here's the Tyson Spinks.
Jesus. What a
He
fucking...
came right in, just killing him.
Yeah, he really went right after Michael Spinks. Michael wanted no part of fighting him either.
No,
Right now, we're watching this fight in real time. We were talking about it just started, and Mike's already giving him a beating.
How he stood up that long.
Somebody is pissing right now in this arena who had good tickets, and they're going to make it back, and fucking Tyson has a belt on.
Yeah.
Someone's getting a hot dog.
When you said someone's pissing, I thought you meant Michael Spinks. 'Cause
No.
You see it on his face like, what the
he's-
fuck did I get myself into?
He just wants to have the dignity of going into round 2.
I thought you saw the Iron Sheik in the crowd.
Iron Sheik is in there. Just I have to take a piss. The pay-per-views were ridiculous after a while because you'd get them and watch the undercards. Maybe they'd have this big long bio on both guys, and then the fight was over.
Tyson is just fucking pounding. He wants this belt badly.
Do you think they got to Tyson too and said, "Look, you got to kind of hang in there a few rounds because
Drag these out. Wow,
we're losing too much
he put
money."
him down with a body blow right there.
Yeah, and Michael Spinks like, all right.
Punch to the stomach knocked him down.
Yeah, Spinks is like, all right, I'm still good.
All right, he's
I'm
like,
good.
oh, what the fuck am I
6'10".
doing here?
I'm good.
He
I
goes,
got a minute
what
15
am I
left in this
doing
round."
here? Boom,
Good
flat
night.
on his back.
One punch later, he's on his back. He looks like Richard. He looks like fucking Steve Harvey, actually, on his back.
With that big mouthpiece, looks like those big Steve Harvey teeth.
Yeah, Michael's attempting to get up, and he's watching his belt just go away.
That's it.
And he tries to get up, and he falls through the rings.
through the ropes, and that was that.
That was
Wow,
Kevin Rooney hugging him.
What a day in history that was.
Customato was already dead, I think.
Was he? Yeah.
Yeah, but after Kevin Rooney left, I think that's when Tyson screwed.
Rooney?
When he went completely with Don King. I think that was when he just completely lost his good training and began to go down the toilet.
Let's say hi to Tom on Long Island. Tom.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hi, Tom.
Route, Tom.
Hi, thank you.
Yeah, I heard a comparison like in the 90s. They said getting hit by Tyson was like putting a phone book against your head, like Babe Ruth take a hack at it.
Ooh, that would hurt.
Yeah.
That's all I got, guys.
Yeah, he's a fucking amazing puncher, dude. I don't think there are many people that Tyson couldn't have knocked out if he hit him right. But a lot of those guys in the 70s, and I'm not just glorifying the older days, but they could take a punch, man.
You know, they could take a punch, but they were a little more lumbering back then than Tyson. Tyson was a fast fucking guy for his weight.
Yeah, but Joe Frazier fought like that. He was fucking a squat, powerful, fucking ducking, hard to hit guy.
Yeah.
But these guys just didn't go down in the first and second round. I mean, the majority of times, Frazier Ali went the distance.
Went the distance, yeah.
Fucking went the distance with Ken Norton. Went 5 or 8 rounds with Foreman.
They'd come out at the end of that fight for the announcement of the winner, just beat to shit, both of them. It's amazing. Back in the good old days of boxing. Now it's, UFC. It's all about UFC.
I can't even watch these guys without thinking of Fedor just grabbing their legs and tapping them in 8 seconds.
Yeah.
It's like...
Fucking, there's the Buster Douglas. Amazing.
Oh, that was Buster knocking him out?
Yeah.
10th round, right?
That was hard to watch.
Yeah, it really was. Wow.
Because it was like, my God, how is fucking Mike Tyson getting knocked down?
And he
That's
put his
impossible.
he put his mouthpiece in backwards when he gets up.
Yeah, the place went nuts. Let's say hi to Seth on Long
Tokyo.
Island. Seth.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's up, buddy?
Well, not much. I actually caught the filmmaker on Morning Joe a couple days ago, and they showed how women who would normally think Tyson of a big white beater, after seeing the documentary, walked out with newfound respect for him, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, amazing to me, because the guy's a babbling fucking moron.
He did go to prison for rape.
Yeah. All right, well, obviously we...
Got a newfound respect for the rapist.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, we can talk about Tyson for another 20 minutes, but we got a lot going on the show
Sean
today.
Stevenson's here. June is late, but Sean is here.
Yeah, we're going to get him in a sec. Let's get Kosher Sports done.
Yeah, bring in
our
Sean, Jewish friend.
Yeah, as Sean Stevenson makes his way into the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, it's intern David.
My son David.
We haven't done Kosher Sports in a while. We might be losing David.
David.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, David.
What's the matter, David?
Nothing's wrong at all.
No, we heard you. Whoa, we heard there's a problem.
Well, yeah, what problem is
What's
that?
wrong? Are you okay?
Yeah, what problem did you hear?
He hates being touched.
Well, I
and
don't touch him.
Oh, my God, he made that snarling with his mouth.
Like
when
a dog does.
Danny surprisingly touched him on the back.
Yeah, and I find out if he knows it's coming, it's not so bad, but
Yeah.
you got to get him when he doesn't know it's coming.
And then he goes,
A dog does that, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, why do you snarl if someone touches you, not even confrontationally? Like if someone just taps you
I
like...
don't know. I really don't know. It's just a reaction.
Okay.
You don't like being touched.
You don't feel threatened, though. It's like,
No.
Okay.
No.
no.
Now, I hear you might be leaving. I mean...
Leaving? What? Whoa!
Oh, he's doing his catchphrase, everybody. His catchphrase.
Yes, you're hearing the rumors. Yes.
No, there's not many rumors, really.
No one's
No.
talking about
There's
it.
not much of a buzz.
It's called
about
truth.
you leaving.
Yeah. And it's not just me. It's all
kind of
the
an
it's all the
afterthought,
it's
really.
all the interns.
Whoa, no way.
Yeah, all the interns, including the 39-year-old intern
Wow.
and the swiveling. Well, not the swiveling. The 39-year-old intern would have to leave too. Like some of the interns that only did one semester,
Yeah.
they can't come back for a second semester because they went to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, and that school's gone, so they can't get any credits to come back for another
So
semester.
why don't they find another broadcasting school or school and then have an internship?
Well, they got to pay more money to go to another school.
Whoa.
I think Bitch Hips is the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, but Bitch Hip, the one with the hips doesn't. I don't think he has to worry because he with an okay school that stayed in business.
So Bitch Hips?
Yeah, he can come back.
You have to come back, David.
But I can't come back because I did 2 semesters, Ray, and
So
Sylvia
you'd be
said
a
no
guest.
more.
You'd be a guest.
Said no more.
Would you want to stay here for free?
I don't know, for free.
Oh, Jesus. I was...
Spoken like a true J.
Look at his,
For
really.
free.
Then hit the bricks, fucking sister.
You got to
Fuck
know
you.
where he came from,
Well,
You
yeah,
know.
for free. We don't have money for you yet.
Oh, yeah, I would want to come back. Yeah.
With all due respect, David, take a hike, and then there's another word.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's.
I've been looking.
Guess who that's from? Steve from Bayshore.
I've been looking at the instant feedback. I've been reading it.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Yeah, people are going to miss you, right? Is that what it's saying?
It's mixed. There's mixed
Yes,
reviews.
for every one, I like you, David, there's 2,000 get away.
For every one hatred, there's one disinterest and apathy.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the people on instant feedback are asking for a certain former intern to come back.
Who?
Have you guys been reading the feedback?
No.
They're asking for Mr. Pat Duffy to come back.
We love Pat.
Really?
They're saying, I don't want David to come back. I want Pat Duffy to come back.
Pat Duffy's still
That was
number
Danny
one.
R. in Manhattan.
Pat Duffy's still number one intern
One
of all
person
time
said
on the
that,
Opie and
yeah.
Anthony show.
Yeah.
Still number one of all time.
That was back in the day when you could intern for as long as you wanted.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Now you can't.
Way back. Way
now,
back.
Now
in
only
the
2
day.
semesters and then you gotta go.
You're out.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I'm really not sure. It's something that Sirius came up with when the merger happened.
Yeah, why didn't you ask? Like, why is that, sir? Why only 2 semesters?
Maybe
if
they
we're
want to
working
give
out
like,
well.
Maybe they want to give other potential interns a chance to intern.
Boo.
Maybe.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Hope I don't get yelled at for saying that.
Maybe they wanted to get rid of the interns before they get lackadaisical, and they want a new bunch in here that are gonna, snap to it and
Maybe.
step and fetch it, kind of a thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
What are you saying? They don't win lackluster performances?
Yes, lackluster.
Don't give a lackluster performance, David.
Well,
David, if the show was going to hire you, how much money would you ask for?
how much can they provide? I
That's
don't
not
know.
the way you negotiate it.
No, how much do you want to continue with the show?
If they were going to pay me, I'd want a good yearly salary, like a good 35,000 to start off.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
30,
Yes.
35 grand.
Yeah, to start off, yeah, sure. That'd be enough for me to get going, yeah.
Well, good luck to you.
What do you make now?
I don't make any. I don't have money right now.
So you want to go from making zero money
Yeah.
in any capacity. You don't make any money at
I have
a side job? Or?
Yeah, I have a part-time minimum wage job.
Oh, okay. So what are you clearing? And what do you do?
Oh, we talked about this before. I
Did
work
we?
at
I
a
forgot.
I work at a box office at a theater. I just sell tickets and I answer phones and customer service work.
I don't remember talking to him about that.
I've mentioned it a couple of times. And people joke around that I sell tickets.
Oh, how much you make?
A minimum wage.
Minimum wage.
Yeah.
What's minimum wage these days?
It's like $8. I make like $8.
Damn.
An
How
hour.
much a week? Why can't we hire Dave for $8 an hour?
$2.50 an hour.
That's
My
good
God.
minimum wage.
Yeah.
Let's do Kosher Sports with David because we got the motivational speaker
Yes.
standing by.
He's waiting. Yeah.
Not standing
How
by.
does he look there? Yeah, he's not standing by. You're right.
No, he's not. I haven't even seen him. I haven't even seen the guy yet.
Well,
all right, Kosher Sports with intern David. Let's do it, David.
All right. Yep. There we go.
Hey.
All right, ready?
Yes.
All right. A big Boker Tov to all my sports fans. I'm Big Dick Dave with the return of the Kosher Sports Report. Have you been following the NBA playoffs? In the Bulls-Celtics series, there have been a total of 7 overtimes so far. Oi Gavolt, the wear and tear on my TV. Get it? 7 overtimes?
Yes,
Oh
that's why
my
we
God, it
laugh.
explains it.
Yes, it's
That's why we
funny.
laugh.
Yes.
You gotta laugh. That means people get it.
Yep,
Why would they be wear and tear, though?
because there was a long playoff series.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yep. All right. There is a new book coming out about A-Rod. Allegedly, from his steroid use, he has bitch tits, which are giving me a rod. He makes me proud to be a Jew, because it is also alleged that he is a cheap tipper at Hooters.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what they're saying about A-Rod, yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you have said,
Yes.
which is giving me a rod
Yes, instead of a rod.
instead of a
A-Rod,
rod?
yes, A-Rod.
See, because the joke is a rod.
Yes, A-Rod.
But you said a rod.
I screwed up. A-Rod.
I screwed up. Oh.
A-Rod, yes.
All right.
All right, David.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep, that darn A-Rod.
Language.
Yep.
Oh, it's satellite. Good.
Yeah, it is. All right. In other sports news, the hockey playoffs are going on. Wouldn't it be funny to have a Hasidic hockey team? The way they dress is good padding and good for the cold. And I would love to see a few payasses pulled out during a fight.
Oh, could you imagine that?
Wouldn't it
Yeah.
be funny? It was probably not the operative term.
Yeah. Pay us hitting the ice instead of the gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about that?
How about that?
Yep, that's
Yep.
hockey for you.
That sure is.
Yep. All right.
Wow, this is going well.
All right. In other sports news, there's a big boxing match tomorrow night in Las Vegas. Yes, there is. Ricky Hatton, who is an Englishman, is going to be fighting Manny Pacquiao, who is a Filipino. A lot of Jews don't box, but they sure know how to take advantage of and exploit other nationalities. Get it? Jews are annoying.
Is this supposed to be a bit that makes us not feel so bad about losing David?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, really.
Yes.
How many more stories you got there?
One more.
Attaboy, David.
That was all of them. Okay. And finally, this weekend is the Kentucky Derby. There are some interesting horses running this Sabbath. I'd like to see Mr. Hot Stuff win. He sure is sexy. You know what bothers me about horse racing? When a horse loses, how come the horse never gets the blame? Why don't they blame the little fella on the horse's back?
Right?
Why do they blame?
Yeah, you said why don't they blame?
Yeah, why do they blame? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So why don't they blame them?
You said the horse
They
doesn't
do
get the
blame. You said the horse doesn't get the blame.
No, listen, I'll read it again.
All right,
No, we got it. We got
And
it.
finally, the Kentucky Derby
We
is
said
this weekend.
No, what happened,
we got it.
There are some interesting horses running this. Okay.
no, we got
We have
it.
Sean Stevenson. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, when a horse
And
loses.
it's called
No,
General
we already
Field.
said we got it. You don't have to reread
He's a
it.
motivational
I'm trying to explain
speaker.
to Anthony because he's confused.
He's
got-
not
no,
confused.
You're confused.
Okay, how am I confused?
Because you said the horse. Why don't they blame
the horse.
the horse?
Yes, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah. But then you said,
Why don't they blame the horse? They should blame. Why don't they blame the person on the back of the horse?
see, you just did it again. You go, why don't they blame the horse?
Why didn't they blame the horse? Why don't they blame the person on the back of the horse?
Why don't they blame the
Are you saying
person
why
on the
don't
back
they
of the horse?
twice?
Who's getting blamed then?
Oh, yeah, you're right about that.
Oh, my God.
I knew I was.
You're all right. You are.
Is that it, David?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Dave.
yeah.
Oh, David.
Oh, well.
Jimmy.
Well, this has been your Kosher Sports
God.
Report
Very
with
good.
me, Big Dick Dave. Check me out on Facebook, ladies.
Jimmy, you might want to move out of the way. David, you did such a great job
Yes.
with Kosher Sports.
Yes.
I want to pay you now for your time.
Oh, how much?
Oh, God.
That's better than zero.
Where did you get all those pennies?
Yeah, wait, you just had them in your pocket? All right.
There's also other change in there too.
Oh, besides pennies?
Yeah.
Oh, now he's interested.
I don't see any. I don't see
There
anything
are.
except for pennies. I don't see.
Get down on all fours and get your paycheck.
I don't see it. All I see are pennies, Jimmy.
All right.
So point out a no. It's all pennies.
You'll find them as you pick them up.
Oh, my God.
You said you would work for minimum wage?
There it is.
All right, guys.
Wow, that was
Compelling. I'm going to miss David when he goes.
that was a dud.
They're all pennies.
Hey,
He had one laugh in there. Oh,
Yeah.
The
Jesus.
first story was loud.
All right.
we're going to get Sean Stevenson in here after the break, a quick break this time around. But, Evan, the star intern of this batch.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Swivel
That's
hips.
not what I said.
Huh? What?
Evan's the star. Okay.
Why, you thought you were the star?
No, I thought someone else that I gave an A- to was the star.
Who?
39-year-old intern.
Oh, yeah, Scott.
I gave him an A-.
So what did you give Evan?
I gave him like C.
Yeah, but he did a Christian Bale Iron Sheik remix.
Oh, let's get him in here.
No, let's not. We're just playing his dumb production piece.
David's getting very, very combative in his last few days.
I'm upset that I'm not going to come back.
All right,
Oh,
Evan,
I'm upset.
Evan
Tomorrow
put
you'll
this
get a job
together.
in an accounting firm.
Evan put this together.
Accounting firm.
Jesus, go.
What the fuck are you doing?
Good question.
Give me a fucking answer.
Suck my tennis cock.
I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking ass.
Oh, big da.
Ah, da 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 da. Ah, da 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 da. You're unfucking believable.
I don't give a fuck.
It's the second time that he doesn't give a fuck.
Go fuck yourself.
You do it one more fucking time.
Keep your fucking mouth shut and put you in the camel clutch, break your back, and fuck your ass. Makes you humble.
No! No! I'm fucking serious.
That's very bad.
What the fuck is it with you?
I love you.
Fuck's sake, man, you're amateur.
Rah!
Fucking ass.
Madison Square Garden.
Well, yeah.
Perfect song. Opie and Anthony. Jim Norton, who's going to be on Letterman tonight. Let's not forget about that.
Remember, you're the best.
And in the studio, Sean Stevenson.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Good man.
He's a motivational speaker. I know you hate the term motivational speaker.
It makes me a little bit nauseous, yeah.
Yeah, it should. It is atrocious, but...
Wait, what makes you nauseous about that?
Well, when we think of motivation, we think of positive thinking, and we think of pie in the sky, tell yourself you're good enough, you're strong enough, kind of like Stuart Smalley from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And it really doesn't have the impact, and that's not what I do. I'm a very realistic human being that calls it out. If you're doing something to your life that's causing it to fail, I can point that out and help you turn it around. But until you're willing to get real with something, you're just going to keep repeating your past.
Okay, so yeah, not a motivational speaker. What would you consider yourself? Just a realistic... A motivator by example?
Well, I'm a psychotherapist, so about 8 years ago, I've been speaking for 13 years professionally, and then about 8 years ago, people started coming out of my audience with major challenges and pulling me aside. You know, kids would say I'm cutting myself, or people would say, you know, I think my dad's suicidal. I mean, it'd be really heavy stuff. And they'd say, you know, what do I do? Well, as a professional speaker, I wasn't trained to clinically respond to that. I couldn't give them a little metaphor to help them with that. You know, so I realized I had to go back to school and become a professional listener. And then for about the past 8 years, I've also been a therapist. But my therapy is interesting because it's called full immersion, where I see a client for 12 hours in a row and then never again.
No.
Yeah.
That cannot be true.
It's an amazing experience.
Why never again?
Well, it's not that I won't speak to them ever again. It's just the issue.
And stay out.
He gets all the dirty secrets and then says, get out, you filth bag.
Not really, but we'll let it fly.
But who can hang out for 12 straight hours?
Well, it's intense, because what happens is, I believe you shouldn't mortgage your pain over time. And any therapy that works for somebody, I'm going on the record and saying, great. However, the field that I chose was full immersion, because I like the idea of you and I getting into a room, going into the depths of what's beyond that story that you tell everybody is your problem, and let's really find that problem and turn it around, and whatever skill we have to give you. And I teach people how their mind works so that they don't become codependent upon me.
Where do you meet them? In your office?
Yeah, we meet in my office, and we do certain things like, we call them field trips based on whatever their challenges may be, and take them out into the real world.
Also, you do break it up with, like, milk and cookies or beers or something, at least.
You know, we get outside.
Hours.
We get outside in the world.
Yeah.
It's not like I lock them into a room with, you know, no windows and no lights and
12 hours of pontificating.
Right. No, it's realistic. We have a great time. But I have to unplug them from their life, because the challenge with most therapy is you go in, you're there for an hour, and about 45 minutes of that, you're just warming up to even open your mouth and tell somebody the truth. And then you got 15 minutes of the truth and you're done. And then you got to go back to your life and get all messed up again based on what your scenario is at home or in your work life. Whereas when I got you for 12 hours in a row, you really have the time to go past all that story.
Right.
You get that 45-minute warm-up, and then the rest of the day, you get real with yourself.
You're, what made you want to speak and kind of, I mean, you're in a wheelchair and people can't see you on radio. Would you consider yourself, people get so offended at the word handicap, they change it. Do you consider yourself handicapped, or how do you see yourself?
You know, I have a physical condition, but it's not what I identify with. You know, I've been called handicapped, I've been called disabled, but let's look at the root word of disabled. It means not able. Well, I've traveled to 47 states, 6 countries, filmed a fitness video with Miss Fitness Universe. I like that one, guys. Yeah. And, written books. Traveled the world helping people.
Yeah,
that doesn't sound not able.
It's easy when you get the good parking spaces.
That's right. That's right. Don't hate, participate. You know?
And all right, so you became a speaker, and what is the challenges you faced? Like, obviously, what is the most annoying thing about when people see you? What is the biggest misconception about the way people treat you or talk to you? Like, what is the thing that you just want to go, would you cut the shit? I'm just a guy.
Well, I believe we teach people how to treat us, so I turn around any condescending or any negative behavior that comes into my airspace. So I am responsible for you being comfortable with me.
Right.
So when I show up, I'm very comfortable in my own skin, so that you go, oh, maybe I should just treat him like a regular guy. I'm not militant at all, because I find that doesn't work. If I'm like, hey, treat me like everybody else, well, now you're freaked out, you're creeped out, and you don't want anything to do with me. And so what I do is I just let people know that, probably the biggest misconception before somebody gets to meet me is that they're going to help me, that I'm helpless. And what they don't realize is I'm completing my PhD, I have a successful business, and I got a great dating life, and my life is fine. So how can I help
But
you?
how did you get comfortable in your own skin?
It took years.
Because you have an unbelievable confidence. Just sitting here, you're a very confident human being.
Thank you.
And, most people, you know what I'm trying to, I don't know how
Where
you
did this
got,
come from?
Yeah, how did you get to this
Well,
point? Because most people, if they're a little short or got some dumb little thing wrong with them, they fall apart.
Sure.
And you had some big obstacles.
Well, I got in front of the right people, so I surrounded myself with amazing mentors. First of all, I was blessed to have two great parents, something that most of us cannot say, sadly. My parents were a big part of that. They let me know that my condition did not define who I am.
What is your
It's called osteogenesis imperfecta, also known as brittle bones disorder. Have you guys seen the movie Unbreakable with Samuel L. Jackson?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he was portraying the character of somebody who has my condition. He's supposed to have a milder version of my condition. So with my condition, by the time it stunts the growth of the bones, and it also makes my bones fragile. So as a child, something as simple as sneezing would break a collarbone. And by the age 18, I'd fractured over 200 times. So I have had tremendous amount of pain in my life. Yeah. So growing up,
So you learned to talk, so you didn't have to fight. I don't blame you. That's why you're a great talker, because you're like, I just don't fucking throw a punch. I got it. Smart man.
That's right. You got to make friends with the bigger guys. That's the key.
Are you still fracturing bones
No,
as an adult?
thank goodness I started on a diet and an exercise program that in the past 9 years I haven't fractured entirely. So we're very fortunate from that standpoint. But again, I teach in my book and I teach in my lectures that you have to be responsible for your life. That means your body, how you keep care of it. You have to be responsible for your finances, for your relationships. You can't blame other people. And growing up, I realized that if I sat in this wheelchair and I blamed everybody around me for getting a better life than I did, I was going to become more and more withered and not have an impact on this planet. So I had to take ownership in this life. And I realized that there's a lot of things that I can't do, but there's a lot more that I can do.
Now, for the people out there, how tall are you and how much do you weigh? Just
Well,
so we got the visual.
I'm 3 feet of pleasure and 45 pounds.
45 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there are people of, average stature that just are complete screw-ups. So, I mean, you've accomplished a hell of a lot, and, I didn't graduate high school, so...
Well, the definition of misery, in my opinion, is focusing on what you don't have, don't like, and don't want. And that's not where I ever spend my time. I focus on what I do have, do like, and do want. And I'm very much a visionary. I see the pictures that I want in my life to happen, and I then create a life around it that makes it happen. I recently was in Chicago. I threw out the first pitch in a Major League Baseball game, and I did it laying down on the grass, and it was pouring down rain before they delayed the game, and I threw out a perfect strike, 30 feet. I'd practiced it for 2 months, scratched it off my list. Another thing that we put in the book that I want to do in my life is get a television show. So we have one of those coming out this fall, and go on a date with Natalie Portman. So Natalie, you know how to reach me. And just out there making the point that, especially with the first pitch, that you can either live life in the stands or you can live it down on the field. And I live down on the field in life. And when you're down on the field, everybody's watching, and they have really high expectations, and you have a big amount of responsibility. But it's a lot more fun. You get to do a lot cooler things down on the field.
Let me ask you a question. This is a protocol question, a courtesy question. We don't know. Gary Coleman was in last week. We interviewed him. And we take pictures together. That's what we do because we're starstruck idiots. And I want to ask, what is the proper way? Because people in wheelchairs get pissed off at you if you don't do it right. And Gary's a short guy. Are you supposed? I just stood there with him and took the picture.
Well, it all depends on how comfortable that person is in their own skin. You know, you could kneel down to me, you could stand up, you could stand on a block. It wouldn't matter to me because I knew who I am. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people who aren't as far along in their comfortability with their body, and so therefore they are that militant. Don't step down and help me. You know, sometimes you'll see people in wheelchairs and they'll be like, I can do everything on my own, and they're very angry. And that's where they are in their progression in life. And the best thing I always say is just be honest with them and say, hey, what would make you most comfortable? If I got down on your level, if I stood up normally, what would make you comfortable?
And whenever they say, you do the opposite because you show them that life is tough.
That's right. That's right.
Give them the old Richard Whitmark. What do you find are people's in today? Like, what do you find people?
Something tells me you would kick him in the shin or something.
No, I'm actually the nicest guy in this entire room. You wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they look
Jimmy's
like
a
nice
sweetie
guys. They're
pie.
awful.
What do you see people? What do you see people in this day and age really kind of that need help with? That come to you and say, "Hey, this is the problem I'm having."
Sure.
What do you
The biggest
see
thing
most?
I see is people that won't let go of their past.
Really?
Yeah.
See, something I've always said, like people do seem to just latch on to that and let it eat away at them.
Well, here's why. Human beings are addicted to being right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so when they tell their...
Really?
Really? I think you're wrong, sir. No, we are addicted to being right. Now, the question is, what are you proving right in your life? I'm proving right that I am an attractive, powerful man that's going to change this planet. Other people in my condition may prove that they're disabled, helpless, and they need everyone to feel sorry for them. It's a choice. And when people come to me, they have a story that they're repeating oftentimes in their head of why they don't have what they want. In the last chapter of the book, we talk about you have a choice. You can either live at cause and you own your life, or you can live at effect and you blame everybody. And when you blame everybody, you get off the hook really quickly, but you're also left alone. You're also left miserable. Most human beings, the reason why people do all the crazy things from getting addicted to substances to being miserable and depressed, deep down inside, they don't feel they have what it takes to succeed in life, or that something is wrong with them.
But isn't that everybody's kind of insecurity? Everybody to a point has that, oh, God, I'm not good enough for that, or it's very hard to have the confidence to know that you're going to go in somewhere and be a success. You're always going to have these doubts.
Well, I would challenge you and say it's a lot harder to be miserable, because I have a great life.
Oh, yeah, believe me, I'm having a pisser.
Sure.
But the thing is, like, you do have these doubts when you go into something that you're not good enough. I don't think that's something that needs to be discussed with a professional, but I think that's just basic human nature, unless it does take that point where you really get carried away with it and go, oh, my God, I'm a piece of shit,
Well, it can get out of hand, no doubt. I mean, depression usually starts off with sadness, right? And then it just grows from there. What I intervene is I let the clients know that they have to recognize what they're doing in their behavior. Because as long as you are oblivious to your behavior, it'll just keep repeating. And so you can't change something that you won't acknowledge. When I come into someone's life, I'm very clear about what's going on with your life. What are you currently doing? What do you not have that you want? And then we work backwards from what are you believing about yourself. I mean, it always comes down to the deeper structure of the mind that we can't figure out on our own necessarily.
It's odd because you bring up like things about people's past are usually what affects who they are now. In this 12 hours, how hard or easy is it to get to that point and come up with a solution?
It's very difficult.
If it's ingrained in somebody since they were a kid.
We have to, say you take a CD, right? It's playing a song. In order to get that CD to never play that song again, you have to take it out of the machine, you have to keep scratching it until you put it back in and it won't play again the right way. If you scratch it once, it'll skip, but it'll keep playing. Scratch it twice, it'll skip a couple times. But if you keep scratching it to the point that it no longer runs, that program is done in your mind. When clients come to see me, we go in and we fry the circuits of their negative beliefs, of their limitations in their mind, so that it never plays again. So, like, we had a client come in, a young lady, gorgeous young lady, who believed that she was ugly. And we had to go into her mind and help her realize that those beliefs that she had that was making her feel ugly, we had to just use a right amount of therapeutic logic to fry it so that it never played again. She just sent me an email this morning saying, I just can't believe how good it feels to be beautiful again.
I bet you what he did was he just banged her and he went, see, you're hot.
Something tells me that the licensing board would not approve.
A little unethical there, Jim.
Unorthodox.
Dr. Jim.
Unorthodox, I say, not unethical. And by the way,
your therapy wouldn't be 12 hours, it'd be 5 minutes. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
30 seconds.
The benefit of the
32 seconds.
I've been in therapy for many years and also 12-step recovery. These two, slave to the past right here. I'm telling you, on my left, Anthony, adult child of alcoholic. There's a lot of issues.
Maybe we could get into that a little bit while you're here, Doc.
Yeah, so the tapes play. Anthony's a brilliant guy, but, brilliance is not important.
That's why I was saying everybody, I believe, has a, as they say, cross to bear. It's how you bear it. You can use your past, I think, to your advantage.
Absolutely.
Which I have. I've used, and I haven't had this miserable, past of abuse or anything like that, where I've been physically abused. But there has been some issues with, a very irresponsible father, always drinking,
Sure.
things like that.
Well, I tell people that your parents either teach you what to do in life, or they teach you what not to do.
Right, because you hear people say, oh, my God, I'm never going to raise my kids like my parents raised me. Or some people just fall right into the same cycle and do the same thing. So you could make a plus out of your negative past by, this radio show. I've done that on this show using what I've been through when I was living out in California with my dad. Like I said, very irresponsible. There's just nightmare horror stories they were horrific when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
But now, as you look back, they're just really great stories to tell, to have people go like, holy what? Someone got shot in the middle of the Mojave Desert, and you saw this, and there were just these episodes that were like amazingly.
One of my buddies says everything in life is either a great moment or a great story.
See, that's true.
And that's basically what you just said.
Yeah. So but obviously there are people that can't deal with it. How do you differentiate between somebody that can and is dealing well with a negative past or isn't? Because
well, here's the difference, and we talk about it in the book, is that you know that the person's dealing well with it if they're getting the results that they want out of their life. The only reason why a client would ever come see me is if they're not getting the results that they want.
But I don't think anybody is completely satisfied with their lives and
well, I do believe
happy.
that there are a lot of people out there that are fulfilled. I being hopefully one of these people. Doesn't mean I don't want more. Of course I want more.
Right.
It's human nature to want to grow and have more and do more and try more things. However, it's not human nature. It's human suffering that throughout the process you don't feel good enough. Throughout the process you don't feel like you have what it takes. And what most human beings do to try to feel good is they gratify themselves. Drugs, sex, alcohol, food. They choose things that give pleasure in a split second. Now, what happens is that leaves you hungry, leaves you wanting to do it again and again, and you can never get that satiated. Whereas if you do things that are fulfilling, then a human being feels that they have a purpose. And fulfillment only comes through either growing, so working on yourself personally or in the gym or whatever physically, or contribution, giving back to others. I've never met somebody that says, Sean, I'm sitting in your office and I spend 3 days a week donating my time to a soup kitchen and then 4 more days at a women's abuse shelter, and I'm miserable. I never find that. When human beings contribute their time and their energy and their resources to the planet or to humanity, they find a sense of peace inside of them that's irreplaceable. And when human beings are miserable, they're usually making their whole life all about them. When we focus on ourselves and we just keep thinking, why don't I have this, or why am I not that, or why am I not there in life, yeah, that will lead to suffering because it's all about you. When you realize you're just one little thing in a big picture, then you can have connection with the planet.
Makes some sense over there.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Jesus Christ.
We got Sean Stevenson in studio. Reset here. Get Off Your Butt is the name of the book.
B-U-T.
Yeah. How to end self-sabotage and stand up for yourself. We got questions coming in. One about Jimmy. Is that all right, Jimmy?
Yeah, of course, man.
Fatty Pubis.
Fatty Pubis.
Hi, Fatty Pubis.
The Fatty Pubis?
Yes,
is
one and only.
Yes, Fattie.
Only
after Arbuckle, I believe.
A little plump on it, a little plump. But, I wanted to open Pandora's box here and ask the good gentleman there if, why is it ask Jim about relationships and why he sabotages every single relationship he has.
So why do you sabotage?
And go.
I don't know. I just tend to do it. I think part of it is, honestly, I think part of it is I like the challenge. I don't think I want the girl sometimes as much as I think I do. And like, once you have somebody, it's almost like I look for things outside myself to feel good about or things to fantasize about. And then once I get the girl, it's like, well, then there's my reality. I have her. So now where do I look forward to? What do I fantasize about?
Right, that's because you're putting your goals outside of you as opposed to inside. You're making a human being who you're not in control of. You can only control yourself. And that's what drives me nuts is when people are like, Sean, do you change people? No. I don't change people. I'm realistic. I influence change, but at the end of the day, they're going to either take hold of it or they're not. And that's what I think separates me from a lot of the quote-unquote motivational thinking is because I tell somebody, look, at the end of this day, when you leave this office or when you leave my airspace, you're going to have choices to make. And so with your relationships, first of all, I don't know much of your background, so I'm not going to act like I do. In fact, we just met. So I'd be more curious to ask you the question of, are you happy with the way you're running your relationships?
Yes and no. The one I'm in now I like because we get along very well. Part of it is, look, I mean, you quit drinking, you quit drugs. So, sex has always been, that's been number one. So I cheat. So what happens is when you cheat, you screw the relationships up. But I don't really sabotage it consciously. I just get caught. It's part of it is my greed. I'm greedy.
Sure. Well, right there, if you notice his identity, which you just outed right there, is the mentality that you're greedy. I would disagree. I bet you're not greedy. I believe there's probably some part of you that feels like maybe you'll never have enough.
Yes.
Yeah, which is a scarcity mindset that many of us get caught in that trap. And so we try to fill it up and get distracted so we don't have to really deal with that part of us because we're ashamed of it or we're angry with it. And so when I deal with a human being, I very much don't care about the external behavior because that's just a symptom. Cheating or drinking or anything that a human being does on the outside is just a symptom of what they're trying to cover up on the inside, what they're not comfortable with. And when human beings come to work with me, I get them on the same page with themselves. You can think about it for a moment. We talked about this, I think, in the 3rd chapter, that you have 2 things going for you in life: willpower and imagination. And most people think that they just need more willpower. And that's not true. That's why people go on yo-yo diets. That's why people get into great relationships and sabotage them. That's why people make a bunch of money and then lose it all, because they think they just need more willpower. But willpower is not enough. That's just what your conscious mind can handle. Whereas you got to get to the imagination. And that's the other element we have. The imagination is that part that can lock onto your identity. I'm greedy, right? I'll never have enough. So then when you finally get to a life where you have enough, as a human being that likes to be right, you race back to the picture of, but no, I'm a greedy guy and I can't have enough. So that's when you sabotage. And it is unconscious. It is outside of your control in terms of what you're aware of. However, when you really study your mind, you realize, oh my goodness, I'm doing this to myself. Human beings, when they come to work with me, the reason why I am so confident is because I'm on the same page with myself. I talk to myself like a best friend would. Now, that's awkward. Most of us feel really uncomfortable treating ourselves like a friend because, well, insecurity sells. And it's cooler to make friends with somebody by beating yourself up. Self-deprecating humor will get you friends fast because most people are self-deprecating. If you start treating yourself with love and respect, people are uncomfortable around you. And yet, you'll continue to get a better quality of life, and they'll keep pointing fingers at you and saying all these nasty things sometimes. And you can't let that bother you.
I also find it's a fear too of normalcy, like a fear of it's almost
mediocrity,
or settling, like becoming an adult. Like once you're in a relationship and you're happy in a relationship, that kind of constitutes marriage or the end game, as opposed to like, well, I still have a destination. You feel like you don't have a destination, or I feel like I don't have a destination when I'm in a happy relationship. It's almost like, okay, this is it. I'm now an adult. It's real. As opposed to like someday I'll do that. Someday I kind of like.
But there's a part of you that sounds like that likes the excitement and the drama and the change, the uncertainty, the adrenaline rush that comes from, oh, I just screwed up. What's going to happen next?
But Jimmy, why is that bad?
It's bad when I sabotage a good thing. Like when I throw out a good thing.
But I mean, if it led to marriage, and then like, can't that be cool? And can't that like you continue to grow as a person? And
sure, the addicted part. It's the addicted part, the sex addicted part. I mean, I'm aware of what it is. I mean,
it's really you wanting to feel good again. And that's what addiction is I got to get back to that neutral space where I feel good in the moment. Now it's fleeting when you go outside of you. With women, with food, with drugs, with alcohol. It's fleeting. But when you do it with contribution and personally growing, that can't be taken from you. That can't be replaced. I am a very comfortable human being because I'm constantly giving to this planet. And I've been called all kinds of names. I've been made fun of for my appearance, for my attitude, for my way of living. And yet, at the end of the day, I know that all those comments aren't about me. It's about them. And I don't say that militantly. I just know that when a human being is secure with me, they feel comfortable around me. When a human being is not, that's when they feel the need to attack.
And you have no problem getting women, right?
So I would say I have an easy time getting women.
You have an easy time?
Well, in terms
that's like an amazing statement for the average Joe.
Sure.
Because I mean, you've studied women for what?
About 30 years from birth. No, I would say
I've been... professionally, you've been studying women for 5 or 6 years,
yeah, exactly.
Right?
And I find that women are not attracted to a tall, dark, and handsome man. That's a misnomer. They're attracted to the feelings that they get when they're around a tall, dark, and handsome man. If you can evoke those feelings in a 3-foot-tall body that's 45 pounds and in a wheelchair, they all of a sudden start falling in love with you. And I know, because it's happened, and I've had relationships with women that most men would just love to even get to go on a date with. And I say that as humbly as I can, it's that a woman is attracted to a man who owns his reality, who is very confident in the space that he enters, and who's very playful and can make her laugh. So if you bring confidence and a sense of humor to the table, you've got a woman's attention, no matter how hot or how high of the status chain she is.
I have half of that. Like, I'm funny and I'll make them laugh, but then the confidence goes when I'm fledgling with a half an erection and making excuses and they're playing with my nipples and it's not working again and again and again.
I really did not need that visual.
I give him 50%.
My yogurt's coming up from breakfast now. Thank you. No, it's true. When you're just the funny guy, then you're the clown.
Yeah.
And if you're just the confident guy, then you're the serious dude who can't ever just relax. And it takes, when women ask me, they're like, okay, so what does it take to attract a man, right? Because you guys probably have like 4 or 5 women listeners on the planet. And I would say to them,
damn,
your moms, right, or something. I would tell them that a man is attracted to a woman who is adventurous and compassionate. Think about it, guys. When a woman is adventurous, that gives you the idea that she's going to be playful in bed, she's going to make a great partner traveling the world with you, doing big things. And compassionate tells you, even if you don't want to have kids, that she could be a good mother. If she's compassionate, you know that on a bad day when you're exhausted and you're drained, she'll be there for you. And so men want a woman who is adventurous and compassionate. Women want a man who's confident and funny. And you bring those things together and you have sexual attraction.
Damn. That does make sense.
It does.
Are you married?
No.
In a relationship?
No, well, there's a girl that I'm pursuing. And I just told her recently, I said, you just really need to wake up to the fact that you're in love with me. And she's like, I might have some feelings, so I like a good chase. And we've known each other for a couple of years. Who knows if that will ever pan out. I mean, I'm extremely busy with the book that just came out, the television show that will come out soon, traveling, speaking, doing the therapy. So I'm in this state of mind where I realize that I don't need women to be happy anymore, which is what I thought I needed, to have that beautiful woman on my arm. When I would come to a party, I'd feel good about myself. And then I realized that that's fleeting. That's going outside of myself to feel good. And now once I'm so passionate about getting this message out through the books and the television show, I'm very fulfilled. So when the right girl comes along, it'll just happen naturally.
So this girl that you like, how do you know her? Is it a professional way, or does somebody just know from living around her?
She's a friend of a friend.
Okay.
We got Blind Dave on the line. He wants to say hi to Sean. Blind Dave.
How you doing?
Hi,
buddy.
As far as the quick fix therapy, I feel this guy is using his handicap to mask his dishonesty. And with the quick fix, I revert to the Simpsons episode of Be Like the Boy. And when people ask me about my situation, and I say it could always be worse, this is a perfect example. Thank you.
Why do you think he's masking dishonesty?
I think he just wanted to make his statement. I don't think he stayed on.
No, he hung up actually. Right.
What's Blind Dave?
Yeah, Blind Dave.
Yeah, but I don't know why he thinks that you're masking dishonesty. I think Sean's actually a pretty fucking straight shooter. I don't think he's dishonest.
Blind Dave's a little negative Nelly.
You gotta also remember, guys, my biggest people that are against me oftentimes are the disabled, because I don't believe that I am, and that makes them uncomfortable.
You think he was jealous just because he was talking into the earpiece and listening on the mouth part?
I don't know if he was jealous. In fact, I hope that he has peace in his life, and I hope he finds it. And if bashing me helps him feel a little bit better today, then God bless him. It's not going to stop my...
I'm sure he'd send you an email, but, well, we know.
He's a little rough to type.
Sean, going with that, though, what do you wish you could do that you can't?
When I was younger, I had a lot more. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. Now I realize that I have everything either that I want right now in my life, where I'm headed in that direction. Most people can't play professional ball, right? Most people can't be in the Olympics. There's a lot of things that most people can't do that they would maybe like to do. There are days where, like my arms won't reach the top of my head. So when I have something as simple as an itch on the top of my head, I'm not going to be able to reach it. And that might sound funny to most, but it's true. It's a big reminder when you're all alone and you have nothing to scratch your head with that you have a condition, So there's little things.
What do you do? Just bash your wheelchair into a wall with your head down? That would annoy the crap out of me.
No, I have a little back scratcher that I whip out usually and scratch the head with. Real real casually and like it's no big deal. So, but it's the mundane things you wouldn't guess. It's not the, oh, I wish I could climb up the stairs.
Right.
I had people that carry me. That's all right.
Are you able to drive?
Not yet. I eventually that'll be a part of the show, is they'll show me figuring out how to get a vehicle accessible and trying to lean on Porsche to make a Cayenne accessible.
That's hilarious.
That's great.
It goes right for the fucking throat.
Porsche
Well, why do I want like a soccer mom vehicle? I don't want to get that minivan, pull up with the door opening slowly.
So,
did you ever go through that why me phase,
Of course.
even as a kid?
Yeah, I talk about in the book that there was a moment in 4th grade. It was Halloween morning, and I was outside of my wheelchair on the floor, and I loved Halloween because one day of the year, everybody got dressed up, and I got to blend in. And so I was rolling around, I caught my left leg on the corner of the door, I bent it back, and I snapped it at the femur. And I was so angry because I knew I was going to miss the party, I knew I was going to miss the fun, the trick-or-treating, the one day of blending in, and I screamed out loud, why me? What did I ever do to deserve this? And my mom calmed me down. My parents couldn't race me to the hospital when I would fracture. There was nothing the doctors could do. So they had to keep me immobilized for 4 to 6 weeks wherever I would break. And my mom asked me a profound question. We talk about it in the book in detail, and my mom said to me, Sean, is this going to be a gift or a burden in your life? And in that moment, something like cosmic happened. I realized that, I really did and do love my life amidst the pain. And maybe the purpose to why I had to go through all this is to teach others how to do the same. Because let's face it, we all fracture. Maybe not with our bones, but in our life, with our marriage, with our health, with our finances. And so maybe the purpose to my life is to help you heal your fractures.
When you fracture a bone, obviously it hurts, but because it's brittle, does it hurt as much as anyone else's bone
Absolutely,
breaking?
absolutely.
Okay.
In fact, when people say, did you ever get used to it? I said, my response is always the same. Well, let me hit your thumb with a hammer 10 times, and then on the 11th time, you let me know if it eases up.
It's a good example.
Yeah, it sure is. Now the TV show, is it going to be a reality show?
It'll be a docu-series.
A docu-series, okay. Let's say hi to Vinny in Rockland. Vinny, Sean Stevenson
morning,
in
guys.
studio, yes.
What's up, Vinny?
My girlfriend walked out on me after 4 years yesterday, or actually a week ago. She packed her shit and she left. She had something that was described as, I'm sure I'm butchering the word, Disney depression, where Disneyfic or something. I never saw it coming, and she just left, and I've been absolutely miserable, and I just feel like I can't be alone. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what kind of fear that is. Like we talked earlier today, and she's like, "Well, I'm going out tonight. I'm going to the city." And I said, "Yeah, well, I'm going to go out too, but I know the whole night I'll just be worrying about her and what she's going to be getting into."
Put in a pool, a bar, and a movie theater in your house.
Yes.
Well, I already have the gun, so I guess I'm halfway to Anthony.
All right, so here's the thing. Would you like some ideas, or you just wanted to share?
I need help because sometimes I feel I can't get through the next 5 minutes.
Absolutely. Right away, I would tell you to do 2 things. First thing is go hit the gym. If you are starting to exercise, you're going to release all the natural chemicals into your brain that are going to pep you up a little bit. And you can do that naturally and safely. And so I would tell you to hit the gym. That's the first thing. The second thing
I also haven't been eating. I haven't had anything to eat in like 37 hours, and I've been smoking like a chimney.
Well, let me ask you this. Is that behavior going to bring you closer to her or push you away from her?
I understand the logic behind it,
Sure.
but I just don't know how to pacify myself.
Yeah. Well, stop pacifying yourself and listen closely. So here's what you need to do. You need to hit the gym. And the second thing you need to do is, do you have anybody in your life that you really look up to that's, really positive and a strong force in your life?
I've got an army of good friends around me.
Sure. You need to spend time. You need to get out of that house. When you are alone, what happens is you keep looping that story. And you probably, and tell me if I'm right, you probably go between 2 emotions right now, which is anger and sadness. Is that correct?
Oh, it's either I'm angry and I want to call her and tell her to go to hell, or I'm a crying, bubbling mess.
Sure. And so you're in a crazy 8 right now. You get so angry that then you get exhausted, so you start getting sad. And then you get so sad that you get angry that you're sad, and you get angry again. Is that accurate?
Yeah, because I feel like I do the right thing when I get angry, and everybody tells me to act from strength, be strong. And then I get strong, and then I think, well, maybe I was too strong. I didn't
Sure.
want to hurt her.
So I'm gonna give you some advice. It may not sound too manly, but just trust me on it anyway. You need to start journaling. You need to go get yourself a journal, get out a pen, and write down everything that's upsetting you right now. Get it out on paper. Because if you keep looping it in your head, it's gonna own you. Get it out on paper. That's gonna help a little bit. The second thing is you gotta hit that gym. The third thing is you gotta get around those positive people. Get out of the house. else. And the fourth thing that will really help you out is you need perspective right now. You need to go to a hospital and maybe donate your time to a burn victim unit. You need to go to a soup kitchen. You need to put your life in perspective and realize that, yes, this hurts. I'm not telling you it doesn't. I'm not in your shoes. I have no clue what you're physically going through right now. I have an idea, but I'm not you. So you need to get some perspective in your life by seeing that right now you are an asset to this planet, that you could be doing things to make this world a better place. And in that process, you'll magically begin to start to heal. And truth be told, you may or may not get back together with this girl. You may not. And I want you to start to see that you are becoming the man that's going to attract the kind of woman that's not going to walk out on you. And you're also going to attract the kind of behavior that's going to make a woman not want to walk out on you.
Thank you. I'll buy your book.
Hey, dude,
All right, brother.
why did she leave? Did she say? Did you just screw up, get caught cheating? You didn't hit her? What happened?
No, I didn't hit her, Jim. What happened was we've had a trust issue because there was some sort of infidelity a year ago. And there was never any proof behind it. She always denied it. So what I would find myself doing is, and I dated her 3 years before this. I never had any trust issues. I found myself going through her phone.
Okay.
And, and harmless stuff like texts from her boss and stuff like that had me thinking, well, what the hell is she doing?
Right.
Yeah.
And I was never able to regain that trust, and it caused, and I drink a lot too. So I came home one day, I drank a lot, and I threw things around the house. But then she came back a week later, but the whole week that she came back and forgave me for it, it seemed like she was completely disconnected from me.
Sure. Well, in the future, so that you don't have this happen again with other women, I would recommend that you realize that you have a lot to bring to the relationship. And if a girl doesn't want to be with you, then you need to kindly let her go, as opposed to try to hold tight. When people try to hold tight to things, it always slips between their fingers. And that's
But
what
then she calls me at nighttime and she says, oh, I miss you, I miss you.
Sure, because what she's doing is she's going through her own crazy eight right now. She's mad at you, and then she gets to the point where she misses you. So she's going through her own issues right now, too.
Amazing.
And you're probably an alcoholic, and her father's probably an alcoholic, so she can't let you go. Just kidding.
Thanks, Jim.
All right, Vinny, great call, man.
Take a couple of Xanax and have some beers.
Good luck, man.
Get off your butt. Sean Stevenson's new
Angel
book.
and demon, right?
Just give him the horrible advice. You give the good advice. I'll give him the awful advice.
And he was probably right. She probably cheated. You don't start thinking that, she probably cheated. She was gargling bleach. He smelled it.
But the only reason why women cheat or men cheat is because they're not getting what they need at home, usually. And I find that when...
Nice ass. Sometimes it's that simple.
Usually it's appreciation, but we'll go with your idea for now.
You like the nice ass, right, Doc? Come on.
All I gotta say is I appreciate a woman who hits the gym as much as I do.
Wait, you're not a doctor yet, right? But you will be.
I'm completing my PhD right
Well,
now.
you keep mentioning the gym. You work out?
I work out. I'll show you guys for a second. I built up a physique here where I actually have a full six-pack in my rib. Right here. Hold on for a second.
I'm taking his jacket off.
So, check this out.
Hold on. I'm thinking.
Look, he's in shape.
Jesus Christ.
He's got a six-pack.
He has a six-pack
What's
abs.
going on?
Jesus.
It was taking you so long.
I know. What are you doing? The abs.
I got all nervous.
He's flexing. You don't want him cracking a rib. Oh, Jesus.
Wow, six-pack abs.
And I share that with you to make the point that if somebody in my condition can stay in great shape, come on, guys.
What do you do for the abs?
Lots of sit-ups. About 100 a day.
I was hoping there was something simpler.
Yeah,
Like, it's funny. I eat a certain food, and then if I shit at a certain time, my abs are here. It's never that.
Sit-ups have got to be easier with you just for leverage.
Leverage? Actually, they're harder because I don't have the leg to hold me down.
Oh, see, so it's kind of relative, I guess.
It is.
Let's go to Joe in Manhattan. The phones, everybody wants in now. Joe, we're talking to Sean
Hey guys,
Stevenson.
how's it going?
What's
Sean
up, Joe?
Leonard.
How are you, buddy?
Big question in my own life. Go back and forth with this one. Do you believe in God? And if you do, what kind of God do you believe in? I'm going to punch out.
Shit. Do I believe in God? I do believe that there is something that created me. I do believe that there's something that made all this work together. And, I'd rather be in that mindset and be wrong than live the other way around. And so I'm not by any means a religious pusher. I believe that whatever works for you personally, as long as it's not stepping on other human beings, it's a great experience. For me personally, I do pray, I do meditate, and I believe that there's something that we can all connect to that makes us feel at peace. I don't know if that's an energy source. I don't know if that's a man with a long beard. I don't know. I just know for me that I am at peace knowing that there is a higher power.
Very good. Let's say hi to Fred in Miami. Fred.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Fred.
What's up, Fred?
Hey, Jim. How you doing?
Good, buddy.
Hey, I just had a question here. Let me paint the picture for you. I found out that my fiance, after about 5 years, was banging some other dude. And so I booted her out. About 4 weeks later, I connected. I was going through all this shit. I connected with a girl that I used to date in high school and started casually seeing her. She was pushing and pushing and pushing for a relationship with me. And truth be told, kind of pushed her way into my life to the point where now I've been seeing her for about 5 months. We're living together. And she's incredibly, incredibly insecure and jealous over me to the fact where she's checking my phone. She's hacking into my email account. She thinks if I get on the computer that I'm talking with other girls and I'm going to just try to trade up to the next best thing. And she's making my life like crazy, but I care about her because I dated her in high school, and we've always kept in touch throughout both of our other relationships. But it seems like there's no trust. She's starting to go to therapy now, and I'm just like, I'm having a rough time convincing myself to stick with it. Do you think that she can grow to the point and get over these trust issues?
I believe human beings are capable of a lot of things. I don't know about her. I don't know her background. I don't know what she's going through. But I can tell you this. You can be supportive and you can be understanding, but also you have to have a threshold of which you will tolerate. And she's got to know what that is. You know, you said just right on this phone that she pushed her way into your life, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So basically anything that happens now, just be open to the fact that you brought it into your world, and so now it's time to deal with it. And I say that, you know, as lovingly as I can, but the truth is, when somebody's usually pushy, they're usually also needy. And they kind of go hand in hand. So you have to either give her space and know that it's going to be possibly a rough ride, and hold on and keep yourself entertained with good things and keep being supportive, or you have to set a threshold and set a standard of how you want to be treated, and if she can't live up to that, you need to let her know that you need to move on. And human beings hate to do that. We feel guilty for leaving somebody who's codependent. However, they pull us down to the bottom of the pool, and I don't believe that's what you need to be doing either.
Yeah.
So it's really, you know, you're going to have some serious conversations with your woman and tell her that you love her if you do, and let her know that you care about her, but also let her know what's acceptable and what's not. And then also be an example in the relationship. And, you know, you need to come from the point where you're not afraid either.
Cool, man. Thanks. I'll get the book. I appreciate it.
All right, brother. Take care.
It's funny. I've dealt with the same stuff in the past, and yet every time I was always cheating. So it was basically just a game of cat and mouse.
Well, when people hurt us, we want to hurt them back oftentimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get even with you, whether it's our parents or our lover or our boss, and it only continues the negative cycle.
Chuck? Is this Chuck in Tennessee?
Yeah, good evening.
Hi, Chuck.
Hey, Chuck.
I wanted to ask about weight loss and keeping weight off. I always had a problem with going up and down in weight a lot.
Sure.
And I was just wondering what he thought about as far as therapy goes with helping your weight loss and keeping your weight off if you've had a problem going up and down your whole life. And I don't mean 15, 20 pounds. I mean, I can go up 100 and then lose 100 and really work hard at it. And then just all of a sudden I'm eating again, and it's just really hard.
So why do you like to eat? What does it do for you?
That's why I don't know. That's why I thought therapy might have helped me. I mean, I didn't have a bad childhood or nothing. My parents were divorced, but you know, I didn't get beat on or nothing.
Sure. Well, up and down weight loss is usually because deep down inside you're conflicted. You want that gratification, but you also feel guilty. So there's this horrible cat and mouse game you play in your head. And also, you think it's more willpower. I just need to be better at staying away from the food. But food is not the problem. The issue is deep inside your mind, you probably have a picture of who you think you are. And that may be somebody who's overweight. And so when you start losing the weight, you don't feel like yourself. And so then you start eating again. And human beings love to be right, even if it's something negative that they're right about. And that's why we continue negative cycles. We have to get you on the same page. Do I think that therapy could help? Yeah, I do. I think you need to find the right therapist that you connect with and that really understands the big picture. And it's not going to just go after it from a diet standpoint. Because if you just take it from the external world, you're going to lose the weight. You're going to walk out. You're going to be like, thanks. And then something's going to happen in your life. And you're going to go, well, you know what? I don't feel like myself. and you're going to go back to gaining that weight. So you got to get that identity that you are a person that's in shape and that's healthy, and you got to use other means like exercise and meditation or prayer, whatever it is for you that's positive in replacement of that food, because food is just an outlet you're using, and you may have a body that gains weight faster than some, and that's the, as you said earlier, the cross that you have to bear. And I would recommend that you find the right person that really gets the big picture as a therapist, and get a copy of the book, see if it can help you. Let me know. Drop me an email. There's an email in the back of the book.
And what's the name of the book?
The book is called Get Off Your Butt, B-U-T. So I would be in shape, but I would be better in my marriage, but, and I just find that once a human being gets off their butt, their life gets amazing.
There's a forward in here, too, by Anthony Robbins, who's, look,
Thank you.
Thank you, Thank you, buddy.
All right, Chuck.
He's, look, the guy, we've goofed on Anthony Robbins, but you know what? He does speaking engagements in front of like 8,000 people. I mean, everywhere he goes.
He sells out.
Everywhere
Everybody
that
wants to see
bastard
him.
goes, there's a mobbed arena to see him. He's doing something right.
And you're friends with Neil Strauss, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had him in recently. He's a pretty cool author.
Absolutely.
Author.
Yeah, I was trying to get, when I was in L.A., my manager knows Neil well.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to bang this girl who worked for, she was a penthouse, like, softcore girl.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I read the game, and I was like, I want to neg her, I want to get, and I was so close to getting her, but I just gave away that I was in love with her too fast. I wanted to talk to Neil so bad, because I know he could have got me in her pants. That's kind of a sidetrack.
Sean, you hit a nerve with our listeners. The phones, I don't know, I don't even know where to go. Maybe you can help me out here. Has a compulsion with prostitutes.
That's Jim N. in the studio with you.
A guy that doesn't want to fall into old traps. My wife is possessive. Any of these you want to...
I think the wife is possessive for 300.
All right. Ray in Nevada. What's up, Ray?
Hey,
how's it going?
Can call me. All right, we get it.
Ray?
Yeah, I've been with my wife for about a year, and I managed to get her pregnant right off.
Good boy.
Managed, was that your goal, or?
No, it was not.
Okay.
It was not. And, 26 years old. She's 26 years old.
Uh-huh.
And she had the top of her head kicked off by a horse when she was about 3. But that's not the point I'm trying to get to. The point is she's absolutely batshit crazy about everything in our relationship, constantly nagging. She's possessive, checks my wallet all the time. You know, she thinks there's another woman. You know, do I keep pursuing the relationship with her and raise my daughter that I had with her? Or do I ditch her? You know, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's, well, keep her away from horses, that's for sure. Second thing I would tell you to do is you really need to think about the relationship. Is it something you enjoy being when it works? Have you had moments in the relationship where it's working?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we go for, like, we're working on year 2. I go for 6 months. Everything's okay. And then it's 6 months of fighting every day.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, to the point where she's throwing stuff through the walls, the windows, and I'm just
So
okay.
What do you love about her?
Does she hate?
No, don't listen to them. They're not going to help you. What do you love about her?
Especially Jimmy over there.
Of course.
God forbid
He's a very sick man, and the station's actually paying you to work with him afterwards.
Really? Boy, you'd need a little more than 12 hours.
Be just like Jimmy when I grow up.
Yeah, try not to do that. What I would recommend is really sit down and figure out what do you love about her, and you need to really get this woman to be comfortable with the fact that you're not going to go anywhere if you're really not going to go anywhere. The challenge is women test us as men. They want to see if we will walk out. They want to see us if they can get us to cave. And the more we can look at them and say, sweetie, you can say or do whatever you want, but I'm going to love you, and you don't have a choice. And when you come from that level of security, you can't get as dramatic as she gets. You can't get as upset, and you can't run off yourself and throw a little tantrum. You need to just keep a calm persona as she rages, because eventually she'll realize that she's not going to make you cave. Now, I don't know the complexities of this, and I don't know the seriousness of the situation, but I would tell you that would be my first step.
All right.
Thanks,
All right, well, thanks. I appreciate your time. And O and A have been listening to you guys since you guys came on the air. First-time caller. So.
Great.
Good time. Thank you.
This one might be brutal, but let's go with this one. We have Sean Stevenson in studio. Jared in New York. Jared. Jared,
Hello?
are you the Jared that calls us all the time?
Hello?
Jared.
You're on,
Hi.
Jared.
You're on the air, sir.
Jared.
Yeah, it's John.
Oh.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. We got Sean Stevenson in studio. What do you got for him?
Well, my son got killed in a car accident last July on his birthday, and I can't get over it. I don't want to get over it. I just can't get around it.
Sure. Well, listen, I'm not in your shoes, and I'm not going to pretend to be. My question to you is, what do you want in your life?
At this point, I don't know.
Yeah, you need to decide what that is, and you need to live out it was your son?
Yeah.
You need to live out your son's legacy, because you don't want to waste the rest of your life, because that's, I guarantee you, not what he would want for you. And loss is a very difficult thing, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and I'm going to tell you that it will hurt. There will never come a day where you'll think about the loss of your son and be happy about that. That's not what we're talking about. What I want to do is I want to help you live a productive life where you can find happiness in other areas, and also live out the positive memories of your son. In fact, a lot of people have a hard time getting over the loss of a child because, we're not supposed to bury our children. It's not the birth order. It's not what we want for our lives. And I understand that. And that's why sometimes life isn't fair. And I would tell you that the best thing that you could do is know that you don't have to keep holding on to the sadness and the anger in order to keep loving your son. You could love your son by living out your life completely and fully, by doing great things. You could start a foundation in his name, or a project, or just go out and pursue your dreams that you've been playing small on in your life, because that will be a much greater legacy to live out than to just keep holding on to the sadness or the anger. Does that make sense?
Kinda, and I've been trying to do that, but...
Sure. Well, how often do you journal about it? Have you ever written it out and gotten out of your head?
Not really.
Not really. I would recommend that, sadly, the sheer numbers of people that I've met in my life, I've met many fathers who have lost their sons in tragic ways, and as men, we don't really do well with intense emotions as women do. And therefore, I would tell you to journal. It's not the end all. I'm not saying the journal will bring your son back, but it will bring back the parts of your son that you love and that you can get close to again. Because I promise you, someday, somehow, your energy will align with your son again, and this is just a blink of an eye in all of the universe, and it will all be back together again. Everything, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, but everything in my opinion is everything will return to a state of bliss. And in the meantime, you need to focus on what you loved about your son, focus on all the great times you had with your son, and make sure that you're doing something with your life right now. If you keep looping that thought of how unfair it is that you lost your son, you will be miserable, sir. And I wish I had another statement, but it's the truth. You need to put your life on a purpose. When you find your purpose to your pain will decrease, I promise.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Jesus.
So that's a little intense with the Opie and Anthony show. Sorry, guys.
It's real. Whatever,
I got
it's
a teary
reality.
eyeball.
What's that?
I got a teary eyeball.
There you go.
Holy shit.
It's reality. What do you? Life sucks sometimes.
You just got a real moment out of me. Motherfucker.
I say to people that fairness is an illusion. When somebody says to me, well, isn't it not fair that you got that body and I got this one? And I say, absolutely not. You're dealt cards in life, and it's not the cards that you're dealt. It's how you play the hand. You guys play Texas Hold'em ever?
Oh, yeah.
You can actually win with a pair of twos if everybody else folds, right?
Yeah.
You could win. You could go all in on a pair of twos and win. And somebody else would be like, oh, I can't believe I got a pair of twos, and they'd be so angry. It's not the cards you're dealt, it's how you play them. And in my life, I don't believe that I got dealt a bad hand with this body. I got dealt a different hand. See, I can do things with this condition that you can't do with yours. I can roll into a room, I don't have to spike my hair, get tattoos, look like I fell into a tackle box to be remembered. I just show up. And that is a positive aspect. And if I focus on that, then I can actually do something with it. If I keep focusing on what I can't do, then I'm miserable. And that's just not going to be any good to myself or the planet.
Jesus.
You could buy a house with a crawl space and finish the basement.
Everything is first class to
There's
me.
a bunch of things that
Coach
you
doesn't
don't
bother
look
me.
at
Coach, economy car sizes don't bother me, and I'm never cramped ever.
You have leg room, right?
I got plenty of
Sure.
leg room. I can still sit in my mom's lap. I can sit in any woman's lap, and I have advantages.
Did you have average sized parents, or
Yeah,
they're still
my,
alive, right?
My dad. I think
That's
he's
your
in the room.
dad?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't say that to because I want you guys to treat me real as opposed to being.
I thought you were like his handler, publicist.
Yeah, I
Something.
thought you were a publicist.
That's your dad right there.
Yep, he's my lackey. I love it.
I've seen him smiling the whole time, like just proud, man. When did you know you had a special son? And I mean special, gifted, freaking a genius, basically. When did you know?
Go for it, Pops.
Well, actually, right from the beginning, because what we focused on from the day he was born was we immediately started to say, okay, we're faced with a different situation here. And we can either look at how different our life is going to be, or we can look at how special our life's going to be, and we can start to look at all the things he can do instead of focusing on all the things he can't do.
Yeah, tell him about the basketball game.
Well, and he used to love to play basketball, and because he's got a small hoop in his room, and he throws a smaller ball in the hoop, and he would get a little down that he couldn't play basketball. And I said, Sean, let's look at it in a different way. You're a very smart guy, so what maybe you can do is you can grow up, become very wealthy, and you can buy your own NBA team instead of worrying about not being able to play basketball. Let's take everything from the aspect of how you can do it instead of what you can't do.
Wow.
And I have a great mom, and they have a great marriage, and some people use that as their butt against me. They'll say, "But you got great parents," and I say, "Look, I got the great parents, you got the working legs. Let's keep going."
So how much bubble wrap did you buy as a years ago?
A lot of egg crate foam.
Yeah, a lot of egg crate foam. Sheepskin and egg crate foam.
Absolutely.
That's what he had to be laid on for many
I got used to the bearskin rug, and I just not let it go.
How many times in the ER growing up?
Actually, they didn't race me to the hospital. There's nothing the doctors could
We
do.
used Shriners Hospital, and because he broke so often, a lot of times he'd be broken, and we'd have to depend on him to tell us because it wouldn't even show on an x-ray. It might be a hairline fracture that was extremely painful that wouldn't show up. So people at Shriners Hospital in Chicago knew us, and they basically trained us how to immobilize him, and they'd give us casting material so that we didn't have to put him through the pain of taking him to the hospital.
The whole first chapter is about my family and raising me and where I've come through and what I've had to go through. And it's been a wild journey, and I wouldn't trade my parents for anything on this planet.
Yeah, I'm just imagining the copays. It's like an ATM machine just pumping out copays.
What was the scariest experience you had? There had to be. There had to be one that was really, really.
Well, there were
South Carolina did?
There were a number of scary ones. One, we were in South Carolina on vacation, and
Don't say the name of the hotel, then.
no, we asked for a handicapped room.
How old were you?
And
13.
He was 13. We rolled into the room,
and
we were located on a harbor overlooking, ships and fishing boats and things. And I said, "What a great view!" And as I opened the curtains in the sliding door so that we could see out onto the deck, Sean, as I had my back turned, wheeled out on the deck. Except the deck was about a foot lower than the room, and he went head over heels on top of himself onto the deck. And it broke his nose, broke both his arms.
Wow.
Both
one of his
legs.
And he was bleeding profusely because he had broken his nose. We didn't know what was wrong. We didn't know if he had got a concussion or what. And we had to immediately get him back up and get emergency services. But when emergency services came, we tried to explain to them what disorder he had and that they wouldn't be able to touch him unless we were allowed to help. And they said, "Listen, sir, either we do this or we don't do anything."
Yeah.
I said, "Then you're not doing anything. Get your head orthopedic surgeon on the phone at the hospital." And we finally talked to the orthopedic surgeon at the hospital, a local hospital. We explained to him I was on the board of directors of the OI Foundation and that this was his condition. and he worked with us.
So let me ask you. You didn't want them actually setting.
Well, you couldn't set.
Well, we couldn't set, but I didn't
Because
want
they were
them trying
hairlines
to
a lot of
lift
times.
him and break something else.
Right. Absolutely.
Oh.
If you were to set the bones, it would cause them to crumble more.
But it was frightening because we were way far away from home.
Yeah.
We knew we somehow had to get back to Chicago from where we were, and fortunately had friends in that area that allow us to stay there for 6 weeks until he healed.
6 weeks.
Wow.
Getting back on an airplane.
So what did you like? So you're sitting there just with, excuse me, 2 broken legs, 2 broken arms, a broken nose, and what is it you can do? What you put casting material on him at all, or nothing?
If nothing is out of alignment, you just have to immobilize him.
Wow.
So I had a lot of time when people ask me, they're like,
with ace bandages, popsicle sticks, whatever
Yeah.
it took to immobilize it.
I've had a lot of time to think in my life because while other kids were running around playing at school, I was at home a lot of times just healing in pain. And so I grew up fast. You know, I read. I had books read to me. I spent time with adults that would come over and visit me. And so I really figured out what the meaning of life is at a young age. And I haven't looked back.
Flexibility real quick. Because
Absolutely.
You couldn't ever be attached to the outcome of something. If we were planning a vacation and went to walk out the door and he broke his leg, the vacation was called off right then.
Did that
We made
happen?
other
Oh,
plans.
many times.
Not a thing.
Yeah, yeah. But, I mean, we all have to learn to adapt. In fact, when I go into school systems and they say, oh, are you disabled? And the first thing out of my mouth is, disabled means not able, like I said earlier. And the only disability is one's refusal to adapt. See, I adapt constantly. And, you know, Darwin, when they talked about evolution, it's not the strong survive. It's the one that evolves and adapts the fastest that survives. So will I have a gorgeous wife and produce great offspring? You better believe it. Because I'm adapting. I'm learning that the mind is what controls reality, not the other way around.
Amazing.
How was the view? Did you get to see it at all?
For like 5 seconds as it rose to the height of my forehead. Yeah, it was amazing as I remember.
I hope it was good. That would suck if you're like, Dad, this is very overrated.
It's like a brick wall or something.
Yeah, some cruddy view.
Back to the phones. Matt in Jersey. Matt.
Hey,
Hey.
It's Jimmy.
Hey, buddy.
What's up,
yeah,
Matt?
I want to say, well, you weren't the only one getting misty-eyed out here, you know, and as far as Ann said, this is, you know, friggin' reality, man. And I just want to say thanks to Sean. I mean, he really touched something to me. I don't know what it was, but it's got me thinking. I'm going to run right out and buy the book. So
Awesome, brother. Thank you.
And
You
with that-
sold. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to step on you.
No, I think I
was
stepped on you.
going to say, with that, I'm punching out, guys.
Okay. I think you're going to sell a lot of books today.
Thank you.
I really do.
Sure.
You know what? I've been thinking this whole time. Fezzi.
Oh, wow.
Right. Yeah.
We got a guy who works for Ron and Fez. He's Fez from Ron and Fez. You could help him out tremendously.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Only if he wanted it.
True.
See, that's the
But
thing.
maybe
Some
some of the
people are
stuff-
professional victims. In fact, I've worked with a lot of on-air talent and celebrities and things of that nature, and I find that some people make their shtick being angry or being a victim, and they're afraid if they get happy, they're going to lose their shtick. And so it's a battle between, am I happy or am I wealthy? And that's a horrible battle to be in.
You just described me and only recently decided to change that.
Sure.
I don't think I've announced it on the air, but I started therapy about 2 months ago.
Awesome.
I finally got sick of it. It's like, there's other sides of me that need to come out.
Yeah.
I'm sick of the same fucking path over and
Well,
over.
you could have all the money in the world. You could have beautiful women on your arm. You could have great cars, great houses. You could have the external world that looks like you're living the good life, and you could be miserable. Are we in agreement on that?
Yes.
Yes. and yet you could also be, just sitting on a park bench and be at peace. So it's not about the external world; it's about the internal world, and that's what I go into. Is that when somebody comes to me and they say, I would be happier if I got this plastic surgery, like a young lady comes in, I say, you know what, maybe for a few weeks or months. But at some point, you're going to find something else that you don't like. And that's why plastic surgery can become addictive. I mean, we see that. So whenever you think that by changing the outside world, you'll improve the inside world, you're delusional.
That's ridiculous, right? You got to work on the inside, too.
What I always say is mentality creates reality, not the other way around.
I watch The Biggest Loser, and these guys lose a tremendous amount of weight, and then most of them go back to their regular lives, and I don't think they work on the inside that much. I think they do a little bit on the show,
yeah.
but it's mostly about working on the outside and losing the weight and getting in shape, blah, blah, blah. And time and time again, but they don't really want to talk about this. These guys are going right back to the way they were before The Biggest Loser.
Well, here's a...
They never worked on the reason why they were overeating.
Here's a study that they talk about. They took people who became quadriplegics because of car accidents, and they took a group of people who were lottery winners, and they found a correlation. And the correlation is, while they sound like the opposite ends of the spectrum, quadriplegic, never feeling from the neck down, winning the lottery, no longer having to worry about money. And yet the correlation is, over time, both groups went back to their normal behavior. The people who were miserable before money were miserable with money. The people who were happy and feeling blessed before the accident were happy and blessed after the accident. But they both had a little period of time where their behavior changed temporarily, and then it went back. So it's obvious that the external world is not what dictates the internal world. It's the other way around.
Although if I had to choose, I'd probably take lottery.
Give
Rock, paper, scissors on that.
Give them the choice.
Yeah, you always go with lottery.
You want to take one more call and then we'll get you out of here?
Let's do it.
Sean?
Sure.
Let's do
You
it.
got the compulsion with prostitutes. You got lost my family in a tornado. Oy.
Jesus.
I guess you got to go with that one, right?
Yes.
Enough of the lost the family.
I know Ant doesn't like when we get a little serious. He,
There's
he gets a
Kleenex
little
next to him,
uncomfortable.
though. I see. It's all right. It'll be fun.
That's a very sad fellow.
All right, let's have one.
I'm a sad fellow?
Yes.
Really?
No.
Because make me think I am.
You,
It's going to make me sad.
do you guys need to cuddle right now?
No, I love
Yeah,
Anthony.
we'll do that
You guys
later.
know you spoon. Come on.
Yeah, spooning with Jimmy. He's so soft and hairless.
I know, but he always makes me go in the front, because if I go in the back, you know.
Wow. All right, let's go to the tornado.
Let's say hi to Chris in Missouri. Chris.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Chris.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Chris.
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air, sir.
Chris.
I'm here. Here's the problem.
You see, he's.
Are you
I don't
kidding
know
or
what
are you
he-
serious?
I don't even know what he's saying, but I know it's not serious.
Chris.
He's just screwing everything up.
Are you serious or are you joking?
I don't know. All right. I think we did it.
That's awesome. Let's end on that note.
Yeah, that awesome.
Because it's like this awkward feeling. We're like, thanks for being here, Sean.
Nah, before all, what are you kidding? We decided to really take the high road and really do something different today, so
Cool.
it's a good place to end before the wheels start falling off.
And I'm
It's obvious
surprised
that
the listeners actually weren't being jackasses more, to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know there'd be one that got on there.
yeah,
though.
I'm sure.
They're usually what we call silly geese.
Hey,
Nice.
the one thing we forgot to ask you about, you worked for Clinton.
Yeah.
What kind of guy is he?
He's amazing. I talk about it in the book that, he's not just the greatest communicator. He's the
They
greatest.
said that about Reagan.
He's the greatest connector. So, like, when you're around him, he's talking to you, you feel like he's not thinking about the rest of his day. He's just talking to you. There's this moment after he got out of office. And he was in Chicago, and we met for a little bit, and he came into the room, and he said, Sean, boy, am I glad to see you. And, maybe he says that to everybody, but the way he said it was just so genuine. He remembered my name, and he had no one there to prompt him. He didn't know I was there. And just...
Sean?
Yeah.
You're easy to remember.
This is true. This is true.
I mean-
But you got to remember, a president in 2 terms of office meets lots of people with all different kinds of conditions. So yes, I agree. It's kind of hard to forget me. It gets burned into the back of your mind forever. But yeah, he's just a very caring human being, and whether you like him or you loathe him, he's good at getting you to laugh. He's good at getting you to open up about your own hobbies, and he's just, yes, there's a plethora of jokes that come at me when I tell people that I used to work for him, and I've handled them all. But the truth is, I really enjoyed my time with him, and working with him was a delight.
There's a story about him. De Niro was supposed to do a sketch together for some show, and De Niro, who's just such a great actor, but comedic sketches, he's very awful. And he was panicking, he didn't know what to do. And they said when Clinton came in, he was like, "No, Bob, we'll just do it like this." And he just told De Niro how to act the scene out, and they made it funny. Yeah, like De Niro was just.
He's very secure in his own reality. I learned about compartmentalizing when I worked for him because he had a lot going on. I mean, he had these allegations against him. He had, the year that I was there, the Capitol Guards were shot. Remember at the Capitol in 1998? We had the bombing in Afghanistan, at the African embassy. We had the fires in Florida. All these things were taking place. He's having to sign bills, and yet every meeting he went into, it was like he just had one thing to do that day. And that's massive compartmentalizing, and I have mad respect for that.
Yeah, I guess when you're on that level of responsibility, you learn how to just do one thing at a time.
Gonna do it all today.
Poor Bush looked like he was coming unraveled every 5 minutes. Like he was still thinking about it from like 75 that he could have done better in Texas. Stupid George.
Well, let's thank Sean Stevenson for stopping by. This was an amazing hour. It really was. Maybe he calls into the Ron and Fez show today. Are you real busy today?
Check with my publicist and she'll tell you.
I understand. Or maybe down the road, because I think...
I'd love to come on. I come back to New York quite often.
You should be in the studio for them. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
with Ron and Fez, that'd be a very interesting interview, too.
Yeah, because Fezzy definitely is struggling with a lot of stuff, and it frustrates the hell out of Ronnie, and
Sure.
Ronnie does what he can. And
Well, when we don't feel good, we don't perform well, whether that's in business or in life with our health. And so my number one goal when I'm working with somebody is let's get you to the point where you feel good again.
Yeah.
And then you'll do well in your career.
Okay. The book, Get Off Your Butt, B-U-T, How to End Self-Sabotage and Stand Up for Yourself. I'm not just saying this. I'm going to read this one.
Excellent.
You know, a lot of authors come in and it's like, whatever.
It's a very big print. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I
Little
see
pop-up
that.
pictures. And...
I see that. I think I could get through this pretty quickly, which I like, too.
Well, thanks for having me on, guys.
And you can get this anywhere. You can get
In
it
bookstores, online, Amazon, Borders.com, BarnesandNoble.com, anywhere.
Yeah, you can get this. It's a very easy book to get.
And his website, timetostand.com.
TIMETOSTAND.com.
Huh?
Yeah, this was great, man.
And we don't have to tell his father, but you got an amazing son there. I'm sure you've heard that too many times, but not sick of hearing it, right?
And you also look very young to be the father. We just thought you were the publicist.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, he likes to say that. Whenever we're at the grocery store and let's say somebody's talking to him, I'm like, hey, Dad, what about that prune juice you needed? And, always letting him know that you are not my brother.
All right. Just changing gears as we thank Sean. We got to give props to whatwoulddtylerdurdendo.com, wwtdd.com. Go there instead of Perez Hilton for your celebrity gossip. He's the real deal. He doesn't talk about himself. But he put us right on the front page.
Oh, it's funny.
It's the headline, That Studio Must Smell Terrific, and it's the picture of the Iron Sheik. Pardon me, Sean, but we had a guy in here yesterday that peed his pants, and we took a picture.
Sometimes that happens.
And we kind of mocked it, and now it's on a massive website.
Which we're now promoting.
I love how you guys build self-esteem. Thank you. You keep me in business. I appreciate it.
Well, you know the Iron Sheik, the wrestler.
Mm-mm.
Oh, you're not familiar?
You're not a wrestling guy?
I'm
Danny, what
not
is...
big into male soap opera stuff.
what does the website say?
It says...
well, that would help.
It says, I hope no one thinks the Opie and Anthony show with little Jimmy Norton just went away when their home station in New York changed formats, and then watch the ratings drop to 1.4. Well done, WXRK. But still, the move to uninterrupted music should pay off, because uninterrupted music is very hard to come by unless you have an iPod or a dial on your radio.
Oh, they're beating the shit out of these.
Good.
Our old bosses. Nice.
But O&A are still on XM and Sirius, and yesterday they had on the easily relaxed Iron Sheik, who pissed his pants without knowing it during the show. Thankfully on a non-fabric couch. It was funny as a listener, but maybe not as an opponent. I don't think it's too much to ask that the guy you're wrestling not... I don't think it's too much to ask that the guy you're wrestling
the one
not
Sean's
pee on
dad
you.
is sitting on, actually.
Yeah, right there. And I don't
Right
think
in the
we
wet
cleaned
spot,
that.
Pop.
I also just I emailed over the picture I took of the Sheik's balls, so hopefully that'll be up later on wwtdd.com.
Very nice. All right.
Take a break.
We're done.
Okay.
We're done, and we got a little something that the boys put together as far as the Iron Sheik goes, a little movie trailer.
Thanks to Sean Stevenson, and don't forget, watch me on
absolutely.
Letterman
Thanks,
tonight with Kiefer Sutherland. It's on 11:30, or just TiVo if you're going out to get laid. Do what you want.
See, he's
I
on
don't like
Letterman tonight there, Sean, huh?
Well, we got to help get me on there, too.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta get some pull?
Not really. No, I did
All
it in
right.
2006, and then again this week.
Actually, maybe it's a good thing if you don't mention my name, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm not going to help. Believe me, unless we'll be on in 5 years.
I have a feeling that you're going to have massive success in the next few years as far as, like, people getting to know who you are.
Thank you.
Oh, there's no doubt. Your time is here, my friend.
See you guys Monday.
Yeah, the boys put this together. We'll see you Monday. Have a great week.
Bye.
Somewhere in the Middle East, a murderous crime ring is about to trigger an international crisis. Who can the world turn to face this nightmare head on? Two of the world's most notorious mercenaries team up to face this never-ending catastrophe. If only they could stop arguing.
Are you professional or not?
Suck my tennis cup!
He's an international superstar with an overblown ego and a really short fuse.
What don't you fucking understand? Give me a fucking answer!
He's a drug-addicted, alcoholic, incontinent, bankrupt former wrestler with blown-out knees and a 10-inch penis.
Suck my tennis cup!
If they can get along, they might just manage to save the world.
Think for 1 fucking second.
Keep your fucking mouth shut!
Christian Bale.
I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking ass. You don't shut up for a second, all right?
The Iron Sheik.
That son of a bitch!
This summer, one gets pissed off.
No!
Really easily.
No!
The other, he's all over himself.
Fucking bitch, pussy!
Pissed on and pissed off. Coming this summer.